Hello, everyone. Alright. We're gonna do Genshin Impact. We're gonna try to continue with the main story for Fontaine. And pretty much after this stream, I think I'm just gonna be done with streaming Genshin for now. Unless you guys want to see me do it. But yeah, we're gonna continue with the Fontaine story. And, yeah, so today's gonna be a bit of a longer stream today. It's gonna be a bit long. Alright. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna also try to get some Battle Pass challenges done. So we're gonna try to get our Battle Pass leveled up. Yeah. We got the commissions, I got the commissions done earlier, so we don't have to worry about that. Alright, so we're entering this hotel. I'm using my red controller for this, and not my black one I have, because I think it'd just be easier. Yeah, I think it would be easier.
I came here several times with my father when I was little, but stopped eating here as often after growing up. I hope the food here will be to your taste.
Alright.
Oh, don't worry. We haven't eaten that. Oh, in that case, I'll...
So if you didn't know, from the last stream, we had to do this trial thing for Linny and Lynette, and we pretty much won that.
Of course.
We won it, so yeah.
If the food's good, and if it's not, well,
So yeah, so we met some characters. There's Navia, Fossilers, that judge-looking guy with the blue hair.
Very true.
Who else?
Speaking of cases, do you think that the mastermind behind the serial disappearances will... Well, we've stepped forward, but I follow these young women.
Alright.
If it hadn't happened right in front of us, Paimon wouldn't have ever believed it. Right? Yet it was because this was such a preposterous notion. Ugh. If only that guy could have finished.
It was just a preposterous notion.
In such investigations, even the smallest step can seem like a yawning chasm if the... To be honest, I don't have high hopes for any follow-up that the authorities might conduct. It's not that I don't have faith in...
But yeah, so if you don't know, Navia is like this secret agent kind of person. She's like a... Well, not a spy, but she's kind of like... Her organization's like... They're like investigators, so they're like their own bureau.
It's easy to guard against and deceive a single narrow perspective.
Or brew, whatever, how you pronounce it, but yeah,
exactly why the Spina di Rosula exists.
Yeah, Spina di Rosula. Also, I've read, I've seen about this. I think that means, I need to look back to what that actually means.
Those highfalutin folk are not all-knowing.
Because I think that means something. Like it's in French, but I forget what it is. But I know
it's all right.
I know it's like a translated to something.
Let's talk about something else. Like, what are your future plans? That's true. We didn't have a chance to speak to her after the... I see. So, I've heard that there's a long line of people waiting to meet Lady Farina. I suspect you'll be waiting for quite a while. Yeah, we've heard that she's super popular here in Fontaine, and that it'll be tough getting any of her time. Well, would you consider some more, unique ways? Guess that's Spina di Rosula's boss for you. Chock full of sketchy ideas. Well, what did you have in mind? Well, one way would be to infiltrate a performance troupe at the Opera House, only to abandon your act at the play's climax and ask to speak to her after the I'm sure Lady Farina would be eager to see the ending.
I don't think she
and would
would.
agree in order to finish watching the play. Could you suggest something a little more practical? All right, here's another. Find a way to conceal yourselves under her bed. Then, wake her up in the dead of night and demand answers. Don't let her go. I can personally testify that this one works. When I'm sleepy, I'll do anything as long as I can finally get some sleep. That might work, but that's not really the problem. Ah, valid point. I overlooked that part. All right, no more joking around.
Is my did I say, hey, get serious, will you?
You did defeat her in court, clearing citizens of hers from false accusations. False accusations she had nearly upheld personally. I imagine that. You mean that if we catch her while she's on a break, she might be too embarrassed to refuse? Oh, that does make some sense.
What's wrong with her person? I really feel shame.
Why don't we give it a try after this? Huh? Paimon, did... was this your drink? Sorry. No, it's fine. Alright. Honestly, Paimon wouldn't recommend Fonta anyway. Is that so? Huh. Well, if we're all finished eating, then I'll go pay. Yeah, we...
Alright, so we're gonna do something. I feel like this isn't gonna work. I feel like this isn't gonna work, what we're gonna do. And I have a feeling it's gonna be like, oh yeah, she can ask questions like at the end. Kind of like Zhongli, like in the end of the Lyre arc or whatnot. Like Zhongli's like, you know, he can ask you like a couple of questions. Or you can ask him a couple of questions. And yeah, one of them is like, oh yeah, Inazuma and whatnot. Same thing with like Nahida, because Nahida, when you tell her, she's like, oh yeah, Focalors, yeah, she's got a interesting personality.
Nah, that would be so... Okay. Hey, Navia, what are you... Oh, nothing. It was just a meal, you know? Nothing the Spina di Rosula can't cover. Let's get ready to try to... So this is goodbye, huh? Well, if you do encounter any other trouble in Fontaine, you're always welcome to contact the Spina... in any case. See ya!
Alright, so I guess this is the last time we're seeing Navia. Chapter 4, Act 2. A light rain falls without reason, I think it said. Yeah. So it's... As light rain falls without reason. So I actually saw these, I looked up these dudes. Apparently, these are like guards, or what they're supposed to be guards, but apparently, some of them have fallen into banditry. So like out here and whatnot, like there's enemies, or like there's treasure hoarders and the Fatui that have them. So they're kind of used for both good and bad, but seeing that there's most of them as enemies, I would assume it's like, yeah, they're pretty much bad guys. I have a feeling that there's gonna be something that's gonna happen where Focalors is gonna, or well, Furina. I can't pronounce her name correct, but yeah, Furina is probably gonna be like, nope, gotta go.
There aren't many people around anymore. Looks like that boat we took to Araneas might have been... Vache. Looks like we're back here again.
The voice.
Huh? Traveler? Are you hearing voices again?
Yes.
That's kind of spooky.
Vache? Vache.
Hey, why are you still walking towards it? There might be something
I can feel strong emotions. One of my Goku or whatnot, or
Huh? Hang on.
yeah.
Paimon can kinda hear a voice. Hey,
Uh-oh.
traveler?
Uh-oh, what's my character doing?
Come on, wake up!
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, my character got hypnotized. Or if it's oh no! The Oceanid.
Vache, are you my dear Vache? No, wait. You seem to be someone else. Do you know Vache? Do you know where my love is?
I'm afraid
I'm-
not.
Wait. Who am I? I'm very sorry. I fear I do not know. My memories feel like they have been washed away like a flood. So many fragments dissolved amidst the tide, never to be recovered. How much have I lost? How many things that I once held dear while on land have I since forgotten?
Human?
Yes, that is what I was once. But now, I am but the consciousness of one who is lost, therefore.
Alright. So the voice of this one, it's not the Oceanid in Lyre. It's a completely different voice.
I do not know how I came to be like this either. I only vaguely remember being covered in light blue water, and then all grew dim. I also remember going to many places. No matter where I went, Vache would go with me.
Who's Vashir?
Knew how
Vashir.
deeply he loved me.
Vashir. Well, how
And
you
I
pronounce his name?
Now, we can no longer go back.
You
No.
need to find him.
Our reunion no longer has any meaning. There is no way for us to create any new memories. The thought of me gives him no succor. So let it lie forgotten beneath the waters. If you meet Vache, tell him not to look for me. Tell him to move on. Perhaps that is so. As I was submerged in the waters, losing consciousness. If only I could have comforted him. Told him that I did not suffer. Indeed, is that what you call it? Dissolving. If anything, it was a state of neither fear nor frenzy. Only an endless
That was dissolving. If anything,
water still
it was a
surged.
state of neither fear nor frenzy. Alright.
I could also liken it to being a thirsty person who drinks water for the first time. I think I hear your companion. It's time for you to go, I think. Farewell, then. I am glad that you were able to sense my presence. Remember,
Alright, you got it. Oceanid. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What happened? Dang, these guys can fight! They can fight. What's happening? It's an ambush.
Someone's out! Look out!
Dang.
Dear God, it's a whole army of Gardamex.
Gardamex. Uh-oh.
Chlorand?
Okay, she's saving us. Oh, she's got that sword. She's got the, Iron Sting sword? Okay, so is she gonna be a 4-star?
Quick, now's our chance!
And she's got, oh, she's also got the Claymore version. Okay, I was gonna say, is she gonna, like, turn against us? No, she's actually on our, she's cool. Oh, dang, she's got a gun? Do they know each other? So Navia and Clorin know each other.
I should thank you for lending us your sword there, Clorand. But before I do so, could you explain how you managed to show
So
up
those
here?
two guys, man, her Samornas can fight. Also, what happened? Like, when I was knocked out, like, did the Gardamex just, like, all of a sudden show up? Like, was it like a trap?
I followed you. It seemed to me that danger has followed you more closely as of late.
So what were those Gardamex? So are they both gonna be 4-star characters? That would suck. I mean, Clorin, she looks like she could be a 5-star. Who knows? I mean, who knows? I mean,
Without their knowledge is actually called stalking, is it not?
like, their weapons right now at least aren't really revealed yet, so we don't know.
Mr. Callus's last wish was for me to ensure your safety, and I will not betray his trust.
Do not speak of my father.
Sorry, Demoiselle. I was not strong enough.
Thank you for your aid, Miss Clorand, but do keep an eye out for your manner of speech. I believe we all wish to avoid unnecessary emotional harm.
Sorry, I did not consider your feelings.
Whatever. What else do you know? How did you come to the conclusion that I'd be in grave danger?
I doubt I know much more than you, but I believe that the mastermind behind the serial disappearances is very powerful. Your performance tonight will almost certainly attract their attention.
I'm sure they've known about me. To be honest, I'm shocked it's taken them this long to act against me. And what about these Gardamex? I thought only those associated with the Maison Gardiennage could control them.
Yeah, oh, I see. So, is this where we find out that they're all bad? Like, they're not all good? Like, some of them fallen or were taken into from bad people? Yeah, I can believe that. But yeah, like, literally, Navia's, 2 henchmen, or not, they're not henchmen. But, like, they could fight.
None of these mecha have serial numbers. I was sure to check a moment ago. They are not the ones used by the authorities to enforce the law. I can only conclude that some powerful or wealthy party must have obtained them via illegal means.
What?
Yep.
Your point being that they're out of Spina di Rosula's league, then?
Yes. Be careful.
I will continue investigating, no matter what. We will... Regardless, thank you for your help today, Clorand.
I do not think that they'll strike again anytime soon.
Alright.
Right. I suppose that's the best news we've gotten today.
Demoiselle, I believe that Miss Clorand was being sincere with you. If we tried, we could attempt to thaw relations a little.
I know, she's...
What just happened?
Goodness! Paimon thought we were done for! Those Gardamex came out of nowhere while you were unconscious, and Nadia and her gang saved us! Oh, and there was that champion duelist named Clorand who came out to save us too! We got lucky there. Paimon probably couldn't have fought them off otherwise.
Oh, so you're a fighter now, Paimon.
Oh, come now. Forget all... As such, we're still partners.
It will take 50 years for me to match Demoiselle's
If it were me, I would have joined the Spina di Rosula on a...
All right.
Actually, Navia, how did you know that we were in danger?
Well, to be honest, you're the one who tipped us off, Paimon.
Huh? Really? Paimon contributed somehow?
Yes. All thanks to you grabbing my drink by mistake.
How did that help?
After we parted ways, I was on the way back to one of our bases when I suddenly thought of what you said. That the Fanta tasted kind of salty and icky. Fanta only comes in sweet flavors. So how could it have tasted salty? The color of the drink, if I recall, had also been a bit off.
So the Fanta had been spiked with water from the primordial sea?
Yes. So, if you hadn't drunk that cup for me...
Spina di Rosula is preparing the grandest of awards for you as we speak for saving the boss.
Huh. Really?
I sent people to Hotel de Boer to investigate. But who
Oh,
did
so
this
wait,
had no
so
trace
okay,
of-
I kind of get what's going on. So that drink we had like earlier when we went into that place at the start, that was supposed to be a drink that would dissolve someone into water. That was the bad water from the primordial seas, and because Paimon drank it, and I'm assuming I did as well, and we're not from Fontaine, it won't work. Yeah, so about that whole primordial water thing, before we continue, that whole primordial... Actually, hang on, we'll talk about that after we get done with this
That's when I figured
cutscene.
out that you might be in danger, and hurried here as quickly as I could.
What? Why would they go after us too? All we did was defend Linny in court and help clear his name. Ugh.
Well, you did foil a plan that they were probably pretty proud of. Speaking of which, did anything strange happen when you drank?
Well, it can't be a coincidence that the traveler fainted just... Oh, and this time Paimon heard it too. But it was real faint. Does that mean the primordial seawater raises someone's sensitivity to hydro when it's used?
That doesn't sound like too much of a bad thing, to be honest.
New intel? What?
Well, let's hear it, shall we? Oh, that...
Alright.
Vache. That name doesn't ring a bell. Since he saw that young woman dissolve, he was at least at the crime scene. But he never gave testimony or any information regarding people dissolving in the primordial... Yes, thank you. Oh, you mean...
Well, you did say that our fair... And besides, we're in this now whether we...
Demoiselle, do try not to look quite so pleased. You are the face of Spina di Rosula, after all.
You talk too much. Well, in that, we also have some plans to go over, and hopefully we can deepen our bonds as partners.
Don't worry, you two. With us around, our base is definitely secure.
Alright. Limit and foot. What? What does that translate? I'll probably translate that later to see what that's supposed to be. Or I can just, like, look it up. Alright. But yeah, so back to what I was saying earlier. Yeah, so the water, the primordial sea water, if you didn't know, so if you haven't seen the last stream where we did that court, or we did the first part of the Fontaine story where it had the water, or that it was like, oh yeah, there's these people that disappear through water and stuff. Apparently it was revealed that it was a guy who did it. There was this primordial... So, well, actually, let me go through the whole story. So, basically, in Fontaine right now, there's been, like, this disappearance kind of thing happening, where there's these young women who get disappeared mysteriously, and, it's been happening, at least, it's been happening since, like, the manga, or before the manga, at least, because I think in the manga, it was like before, because the manga, it takes place like before the game, if you didn't know. Yeah, so basically, yeah, so the whole disappearance, it's been kind of revealed that one way of this happening is through the water. So like apparently like there's like people vanishing through water, so a lot of people are like, oh, are they disappearing? And yeah, and apparently excuse me. Yeah, apparently it was revealed that the whole disappearance of these people are from the primordial sea water, and what I was saying earlier, what the water does is when one drinks it and they're from Fontaine, they dissolve into water. So they basically just turn into water. So they get waterized or whatever how you pronounce it. But yeah, they basically turn into water. And if you're not someone from Fontaine and you drink it, then nothing happens to you. But you will get like this kind of thing that happens where you can kind of like when you go to sleep or what, you can go to like where an ocean it could be, or where you can find people related to Hydro. And also, it won't dissolve anyone into water from it. Like, they won't. Like, nothing will happen. Now, the only issue about this is this water, at least, it's illegal. Like, it's completely illegal in Fontaine. Like, no one's allowed to have it. And apparently it's a kind of drug. There's like a drug deal kind of thing, and yeah.
It's right up ahead.
A lot of stuff.
I've been keeping watch, Demoiselle. I haven't spotted anyone.
Very.
I shall find rooms for our respected guests.
Thank you, Malus. Now.
I feel like something's gonna happen. Oh, okay, so a little update. I finally got this waypoint over here unlocked. Apparently I had to look it up. And yeah, it was kind of obvious. I got more waypoints unlocked. I got that waypoint, some of these over here. I got some of these. And I did some more exploring. So I kind of know where like around here there's like fruits. This is one of the areas where they're at. And also for Sumeru, for the desert area, I actually got like the underground area for this. So yeah, I got like all of this unlocked. I still haven't got that waypoint. Or that. I don't know where that's gonna take me. But I'll probably have to find out about that. And I've been doing that off screen. So I'll probably just do it. It's for that quest for like the King Deshret Legend quest kind of thing you do. Okay, yeah, so I've been down here and I was like, how do you get down here? And I looked up and it was completely obvious. Alright. But yeah, the water, the primordial seawater that can dissolve people from Fontaine into water, that's pretty scary. It's pretty scary, but thankfully it doesn't work on anyone, or at least it doesn't work on people not from Fontaine, so like they're from like a completely different region, like Inazuma, Sumeru, Liyue, Mondstadt, like everyone from those places are ineffective against it. Like they won't dissolve into water or anything. Okay.
So, this is your base?
Your accommodations have been arranged. Under the...
So this is where Navia is. So they're
We don't
underground.
allow illegal
Okay.
or unethical profiteering. In fact, our...
Seems like it's tough times for everyone.
To be honest,
Your father.
Demoiselle, if you'll allow me to explain.
no. I'll explain it myself. I suppose I couldn't run from this topic forever. My father's name is Callus. The
Callus.
same one they called...
Yeah, Callus. So I know about this as well. Like, I already knew about this, like, Callus. Callus was the original leader of Navia's team. Like, basically, Navia was, I want to say, like, just a member of her crew. Or just a member of...
3 years ago, he was accused of murdering his own friend. But he chose a duel to defend his honor, instead of standing trial. He died in the...
Oh no.
But I do not believe my father was a murderer. At the time, I believed that if he only stood trial and was duly investigated, something amiss would crop up But strangely, he not only requested the duel himself, that even after being seriously injured, to the point where he could be deemed as having lost the duel. 3 years later, I still don't understand why he did that. How could he protect his honor if he's dead? If anything, he gave up his chance to defend himself. The closest piece of info I have is that my father had been investigating the serial disappearances case at the...
Ah, so that's why you're so
That's right. I've also
Yeah.
tried to investigate the murder my father was implicated in. However, I believe that if
But yeah, the
related
the
to
people,
those behind the
the
disappearances,
Callus,
they must
who
know
is
something.
Navia's father, he was the original leader of the organization that Navia works in. But after he passed away, or that he died in the duel, and apparently it was revealed he died in a duel because he was accused of murder. And I'm gonna say this now. I don't think he did anything. I feel like he didn't. Either that he didn't do it, or it was that he actually did and he wanted revenge. But yeah, he was the original owner of Navia's, or the organization Navia's in. And after he passed away, I'm assuming Navia then became the leader of the organization. Maybe because she's probably like a higher rank during the time when Kalas was around. I don't know. I really don't know. But I want to say that Navia was second in command since she's Kalas' daughter. So, I mean, that's what I think.
I must know what really happened. Was my father coerced? Framed? Even if he really did kill his friend. If only he'd been more open with me when he was still alive. He even hid the fact that my mother died due to complications. And now, here I am investigating his death.
Demoiselle, please, if there is any...
I also will never believe that Master Callus murdered anyone. There are none whom I respect. Master Callus did so much good in life, yet all it took was one murder case for him to be dubbed Callus the Unfaithful. Even our supporters decreased greatly due to that incident, hence our strained finances at present.
Wait, if Callus was such a good man, wouldn't people at least be a little suspicious when he was accused?
No. Perhaps people just revel in that kind of drama. It's not something exclusive to people from Fontaine, really. Everyone's like that. People love watching the evil turn over a new leaf, but they also enjoy watching good people fall into an abyss from one slip-up just as...
But how could... never mind.
There is one other thing. Master Callus's opponent in the duel was Ms. Clorand.
Uh-oh.
Oh, her? Well, then...
Uh-oh.
Isn't that as good as
Cloran
saying
was the one who
she was
killed
the
him,
one who
but
killed
I want to say that maybe she felt bad after it.
Yeah, that's not the sort of thing you
I'm probably
just
gonna say this now. I feel like Cloran was probably felt bad that she had to kill Navia's father.
Miss Clorand has always placed great emphasis on the honorable nature.
Why do I feel like we're gonna
Master
duel
Callus
her?
beforehand
Like at the end, like we're
greatly
gonna have to
respected
fight
him,
her,
seeing how
and
he
we're
was
just gonna
resolute to
win,
the
and we're
arena.
gonna kill her. Got a feeling.
There was only ever one choice.
It's not that I don't understand her at all.
Don't worry, Navia. Paimon knows how you feel.
Yeah, my
Afterward,
sibling
Miss
is
Clorand told us
evil.
that at the start of the duel, Master Callus requested that she ensure Demoiselle Navia's safety. Yes, that is our understanding as well.
Oh, so
Papa, what madness drove you to ask the person who killed you to take care of me? All right. Anyway.
okay,
that's
so
the information I
Cloran
wanted to
does
share
know
with you.
that
Even
his
if it
father.
did sound like I was
Cloran
just
does know that
complaining towards
Navia's
the
father
end.
was like, yeah, like so she knew. She knew.
Thanks.
Please, relax and get some sleep.
Okay. At least we're underground. I like it underground. Alright. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go eat. alright, I'm back. Alright. Let's go in here.
Huh? Navia?
I sent them back to Poisson. It's Spina de Rosula's place of origin, and where we have our
Poisson.
headquarters.
Okay.
There's not much for them to do here at the moment.
Paimon gets the feeling that you're just trying to get them off. But never mind that. When did you get back?
No, I just returned after going out for a while. I did some investigating yesterday regarding the name Vache.
Wait. So,
How could I have... Unfortunately, this name seems to have been wiped from existence. It doesn't seem to... I suspect that those behind this have already taken steps to hinder an investigation from this angle. But
does that mean we're too late, though?
no, there is one ray of hope. One place in Fontaine that they would find almost impossible to threaten. And that is the archives kept by Chief Justice Neuvillette. A place with
Neuvillette.
detailed files on all the cases in recent years. If the Oceanette you met is one of the young women who went missing recently.
So Neuvillette maintains an archive of case files? Whew. Guess that's the hard one. In that case, let's go talk to him.
No, it's nothing.
Oh, great. Once upon a time and whatever. Alright. House. Alright. Why do I have a feeling that Navia is gonna be like a 5-star character? Oh, we're gonna go here. Okay. First time we're gonna go here. I didn't go here off screen at all. Like, since the last time we played this. Like, I didn't
Palais is right up ahead.
go in here.
Come on.
But yeah, I didn't come in this place, you know, since the last time. Because I figure we would come here
All the world holds
at
dear
some
is
point.
but a backdrop of constant motion.
Alright. Going to Palace Memorona. Memorona? I think that's how you say it. Alright. I guess we're allowed in here.
Halt! Please state your business here. The Chief Justice is presently occupied with official matters. Huh. This place does look pretty heavily guarded. Guess that proves that Neuvillette's files are really secure.
Hey, don't you recognize us?
Huh? Who are you? Just to be clear, I don't care who you are or who you might be related to. Our rules make no exceptions.
She's one of the Melusines.
They've got great discipline, too.
Yep. Paimon can tell. If
Yeah.
you're here just to crack jokes, I can point you towards the exit. Unlike some, we're busy. So please leave if you don't have a reason to be here.
No. What I meant to say is, shouldn't you remember us from the...
Oh, yes, I remember. I read about it in the Steambird. You must be Linny's attorneys. It's all coming back to me.
We're here today to report and archive some information on a follow-up case.
Huh. Is that even a thing?
Of course. Don't worry.
So apparently
We're
they're
on
not
official
slug
business.
people, they're
Just us.
sea people. Okay. So Melusines are basically known to be freshwater people or freshwater spirits in the French folklore.
All right then, I'll let you through. The Chief Justice is just inside.
Thanks so much.
Yeah. And yeah, and some of these guys, so some of these are not all bad, or they're not all like guards and whatnot. Some of them, and there's one in the quest. There's one that's a quest that I'm doing. It's a world quest, which is this one right here. Yeah, that's for someone who's like a regular one. So some of them are guards, and some of them are just regular people, like regular citizens. Yeah, there's this guy.
Sorry to barge in, Monsieur Nervalet. We only lied to get in because,
It's all right. Please let me know how I may be of assistance.
so
We're looking for a man called Vache. He may have been an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case. If we can find him, we may be able to unearth some key information on the case.
Ah, I see. In that case, please wait here a moment while I browse through the files.
Alright. He looks cool. He looks like Zhongli, but Fontaine. Like he's Fontaine Zhongli.
Nervalet would be so easy to talk to.
Okay, why is the clock there?
Unfortunately, I'm quite certain that no one by the name of Vache has been involved in any case, criminal or civil, in the past several years. There are no records of him either in the files or in my memory.
Traveler, what if it was really just a dream?
Is that so? All right then.
Ahem. Miss Navia, I can understand how you feel.
Oh, he knows. He knows.
Your father, Callus, was a truly exceptional man. We deeply regret his passing.
He knows. He knows.
And what are you trying to say, Monsieur Neuvillette?
You know, I just realized, doesn't Novelet look like, Tatari, the doctor dude from the Fatui Harbingers? Doesn't his outfit not kind of look like him, except it's like bluish and not white?
Are you trying to console me? Extend your sympathy? Or just express some tendril of regret? No. You are not trying to do any of that. I can hear it in your voice. There's no emotion behind your words. You only said those things because you felt like you should. It's just like last time. After my father took his place in the duelist ring, I pushed through the guards to talk to you as a last resort. You even told me then that you thought there was something fishy with the case, yet you still allowed the duel to go ahead. In your eyes, the value of a human life is nothing compared to those cold laws you hold so dear. If you truly regret my father's death, then why didn't you call a stop to the duel?
Oh no, I feel bad.
Why didn't you give me the power to stop him from throwing his life away? Why did you just let him die? Everything was hanging on a thread at that moment. Just the tiniest effort could have changed everything. There are still so many things I never got to tell him. So many questions he still owes me answers to. If you really have no heart, then just look me in the eyes. I, Navia, will show you the true meaning of regret. Why
do I feel like Novelet? I mean, he's obviously not the bad guy, but I feel like he had no choice. Like, obviously, like, it was either do or die, so he had, well, not do or die, but he had to do it to keep his reputation. If he didn't call it off, something bad would have happened. Alright.
I'm sorry, Miss Navia.
You and my father are truly alike. You keep all kinds of things in your heart and never say a word to anyone. It's not so much that you can't feel, but that you would never express anything. Oh well. In any case, everyone already knows full well the apathy of the Chief Justice. My apologies for taking my emotions out on you, Monsieur Chief Justice. Let's go, Traveler and Paimon.
It's Ryan, Navia. Oh man. Poor Navia. Like, yeah, I mean, granted, yeah, Nouvellette could have stopped it, but at the same time, it was like, I think he didn't have a choice. Like, it was like, he had to do it or else his reputation would just like, you know, like, people would start going against him. Like, I kinda feel like, yeah, like, you can't blame Nouvellette, like, you can't blame him. What he's doing is, he's just doing his job.
Navia, are you...
I'm fine. Rain. It's raining.
You're right. Wasn't it still sunny when we went into the building? And there shouldn't be any active trials today.
Now that I think of it, on the day my father was convicted of murder.
What is it? Did you think of something?
Was he outside
Yeah,
when
he
it
was
happened?
outside. It was uncovered and the rain could fall there. Why? Do you think the rain could have affected the crime scene? That thought has occurred to us before. We've even expanded the search area to try to account for that, but didn't find anything of value. Oh? Wait.
So you're saying that the true murderer could have been turned into water? And then got washed away with the rain? Yeah! And if that's what had happened...
I really think I found a true genius for a partner. Alright, let's go to Poisson. With this new lead in mind,
Yeah! We're gonna make progress!
do you want to go with me now? Or do you want to head over by... Great. Let's...
Alright. We're going to push on. We're going to push on. Alright. Alright. And just in case, I mean, obviously, we got Tartaglia, who's a Hydra character, so... Yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, we still have Child's Vision, so we still have that, and I'm pretty sure we give that to him, like, later on for this, like, maybe this part or the final, then that's gonna be where...
What a huge ship!
Oh yeah, it's amazing! Wowzers! Wowzers! It's cool, even though we've been here before.
There's no need to be so surprised.
Actually, have we? I don't think we've been here in a stream. I think I came here before. I think I came here, and it was off screen.
My father was the one who asked for it to be built like this. A gigantic and glamorous ship embodies discovery, opportunity, ambition, and conquest. It symbolizes Spina di Rosula's bright and...
And Paimon thought you were bluffing when you... Paimon was confused, but now that Paimon has seen this ship...
Well,
Yeah, it's basically just like, yeah, this is a cool looking ship and whatnot, like... I've been here already. I say I, and not we, because I don't know if we came to this place for a stream or whatnot. A porter. What rules? Okay. Oh, is he like a rule guy? Is that what they're called? Is that like what a rule instructor is? Or whatever they're called? Like, are they called porters? Not reporters are people who like do stories and stuff. Like that's what a report. Excuse me. That's what a reporter is. A reporter is someone that just makes news articles and stuff. Oh, it's Melus again. It's this guy.
Melus, we're back.
Melus.
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle, and our most important partners. You said before that you still had some business at the court.
About that. It's because my partner here reminded me of something really important. You still remember, right, Melus? On that night, it was rain.
Yes, the case was quite similar to that of Mr. Linney's. Both were what you'd call impossible murders.
Could you tell us a bit more about what happened before?
Yeah, of course. Many years ago, something called synth began to gain popularity in Poisson.
Synth.
At a glance,
Okay.
it was a kind of drink that could excite your mood and produce
Oh,
many
is that
pleasant
what it's
hallucinations.
originally is? Is it a synth?
Wait! Didn't that guard guy who turned into water also mention that the primordial water could be used to produce some kind of potion?
Oh yeah.
Yes, he did. Considering what we know now, it's almost certain that synth is created using water. If you drink synth for an extended amount of time, you'll suffer many side effects, such as losing the ability to focus, and if you were to stop drinking it completely, you'll experience flashes of paranoia and anxiety, while lacking energy to do anything. As he oversaw Poisson,
I see.
my father was compelled to put a stop to synth abuse, and called for a complete ban of it.
Boss's uncompromising attitude incurred the synth vendor's wrath, but no matter how much they threatened or bribed him. Not only that, Boss became determined to find the mastermind behind the synth operation and put an end to the problem once and for all.
Yes, but the enemy was very cunning. So he could never get anything out of the dealers, all of whom only sold the stuff.
So synth
and
is
weren't finished the rest of
basically
the
what
operation.
the primordial. So that's, I think that's the potion. Either it's the potion or it's a guy. I don't know.
Recognizing that, my father decided to contact the dealers in secret and cultivate personal relationships with them. Finally, the man's name was Jacques. He
Jacques.
felt greatly ashamed
Jacques.
about his work
Jacques.
after seeing many families destroyed by synth abuse. That night, my father hosted a banquet at his countryside estate. But then, we heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. We raced to the scene and found my father, still holding a gun.
Oh.
How did that happen?
Sounds just like Lenny's case, doesn't it? In both cases, the culprit seemed obvious. Looking back on it, though, I now believe the most precisely. It's
Alright, I know I'm just skipping the dialogue, but I just want to get this done.
Considering it now, it's almost. You're right. We still don't know what happened. But my
Jacques was an empathetic man who was infinitely remorseful for his past actions. I think this third person is probably the key to the full truth. On that note, however, even though this will not please you, demoiselle, as you're and your father's butler, I must still offer a word of warning.
Oh. So Melus is Navia's butler. Okay. Wait, does that mean that this is like Batman? Is he like Bruce? Alfred? Yeah, Alfred. That's his name. And actually, he kind of looks like him. Like Melus kind of looks like Alfred from Batman. I didn't even know he was a butler. All right, well now we know Melus is a butler.
Our
Someone wants to
opponent
join me.
is insidious and cruel. They
Sorry,
are
I can't do
extremely
that now. I'm
difficult
in
to
a
deal
quest.
with, and Boss has already lost his life trying to bring them to justice. Even though Spina de Rosula has lost most of its former glory, Poisson has welcomed a new time of peace, and we have been allowed to live out our lives. There is no need to follow your father's path.
If that's indeed what he wished for, was I not the closest person to him? What was the point of him dying without sharing any of the secrets he knew? Did he manage to protect anything in the end? Synth is still here. Callus the Unfaithful is still his epithet. And Spina di Rosula is barely getting by. Nothing has changed. Did he think I'd just accept his meaningless death and live out my life just as meaninglessly? I've never accepted that. Ever. Not since that day, and certainly not now. I want to find out the real answer for everyone's sake. For the missing girls, for the victims, and for myself.
You know, it's kind of weird, but not like Navia's got like blue gems on her clothing. And it kind of makes it, I almost keep thinking she's a Hydra character. No, but she's a Geo.
Navia.
Like she's a Geo character.
Moment to act.
So you do know something else, Malus.
Yes, I do. In fact, even before that, but what drove all the tensions to the boiling point was the revelation that you,
What?
Oh.
Boss also didn't.
But yeah, if you look on Navia's left shoulder or her left arm, she's got the the Geo vision. So she's Geo, so that's gonna be good. I'm kind of curious how she's gonna play out.
5 years was nowhere near enough time to resolve this long.
I'm kind of curious, like how it's gonna play out when she comes out. I feel like she might be a Geo character that's not gonna form like a shield. Like she's gonna be kind of like Ito. He doesn't really form a shield. Who else? Well, Ningguang, she forms a barrier in front of her. It's not really a shield. It's more of like a barrier. And yeah, I know you can say, oh, what about the crystallized? Like that's just an elemental reaction. But like characters that can form shields, like Noelle, Zhongli, Jingyan, and I'm assuming Garu Kitty? I don't know. But yeah, I feel like she might be a character that's just gonna be like an all offense character. Kind of curious. I don't know. We'll have to find out when she comes out.
He decided to use one
as far as Chlorine, how is she gonna be? Is she gonna be like a speed character? I know she's a sword character, and we know that Navia is a Claymore. A Claymore character.
If something were to happen to you, then he and all those he told would immediately.
So we got yet another Claymore character that's a Geo. We got Noelle, Ito.
So nobody would be able to get off scot-free.
And now we're gonna have her. I feel like she might. I feel like Navia is gonna be a 5-star. Like I just have a feeling.
The other side has not tried to take.
No, I don't believe it. He never appeared to look sick to me.
No father wants their daughter to see them weak and haggard, especially someone as proud as Boss. To him, dying in a duel and suffering lasting dishonor as the unfaithful.
So he chose to die in silence, so that he could protect me.
I'm afraid you're not understanding this correctly, demoiselle. If Boss's spirit could hear you telling me that you want to find the answer for the sake of everyone involved, I'm sure he'd be extremely proud.
That fool. Couldn't he have just given it to me straight? No. He might have set up everything precisely because he never thought I'd be able to understand him. Is that the amount of confidence he had in me? And what if I was never able to make it to where I am now? Yeah. I suppose that's true. With the way he'd set things up, if I had wanted, I could have just lived out my life. But thankfully, he rarely talked to me about complex matters, and thus understood little of me as a person. Malus, what was the key evidence that he shared with you?
It's the location where synth is produced. When he was threatening the enemy, Boss didn't share the specifics of the... But if you want to use it against the enemy...
Why? If we know where the...
You mustn't forget that we're fighting against a mysterious and dangerous organization that's been in operation for decades. There's no telling what might be lying in wait at their headquarters. We also have no idea what kind of evidence we may be able to find inside. But a single visit to their headquarters would be tantamount to a formal declaration of war. The worst case would be that we leave empty-handed.
Then, in that case, why not work with the Fontaine Authority?
Well, you saw one of them dissolve during Mr. Linney's case. we have no idea just how thoroughly they may have been infiltrated.
Huh. That's true. But things are different now. It should be a lot easier to prove the other side's guilt, now that we've connected Synth with the disappearances case.
You sound like you've put a lot of thought.
I am the butler. I've always been willing to take on any kind of risk for your sake.
Thank you for all of that, Malus.
Let me think. One conclusion I came to was when I announced orders to the organization's members on Demoiselle's behalf, I used to deliberately keep a few people in the dark and observe the reactions. If the vendors didn't change their plans, then the individuals informed of our orders must be innocent. After several rounds of testing and investigative tracing, I've narrowed the suspect list down to 3 people. The first is Florent, Spina de Rosula's senior advisor.
Florent?
Huh? Florent?
Yes, surprising, isn't it? He was one of the people Boss trusted the most, which also means that he was thanks to his position within Boss's innermost circle, there's someone else like him too. Marcel, the head of Confrérie.
Marcel?
Uncle Marcel.
It's a guild in Poisson. In the beginning, they were only reselling some daily goods, but now they're one of the richest guilds around, with a lot of business connections in the city.
So, they're like a...
Yes, it's a bit...
The final suspect is Thierry, the man
Thierry.
responsible for coordinating information between Spina de Rosula and the guards. Although the guards mostly leave
I
us
feel like
to our
it
own
might be
devices,
him.
There are still many activities.
Why do I feel like
we have
it's
to report
Thierry?
to the
Because
authorities.
he's a guard, and the guy who turned into water was a guard.
Since Thierry is always in the know about our current activities, he could theoretically always plan one step ahead.
I see.
Innocence would also mean clearing him of blame in Jacques' death. After that incident, Jacques' wife and daughter were taken into the Spina's care. They still live in Poisson today. If it might help, you could also pay them a visit.
Aw, thank you so
A new case awaits, my dear partner. I
Leave it
hope
to
we can-
me! Callie's case for... Oh boy. Alright, back to this, huh? Visit Jacques' family. Jacques. Alright. What's gonna
It
happen?
is settled then. Please excuse...
Thank you for arranging.
Excuse me, miss. Do you need anything from us?
Oh,
Hey, Navia's all quiet. This isn't like her at all.
I'm sorry that I only came to visit after all this time.
Ah, if it's about that, there's no need to apologize. After my husband died, Spina di Rosula sent us a lot of mora and support.
But aren't all of those things nothing compared to the loss of Jacques? I can understand the kind of pain.
You don't understand at all.
I didn't know how to face you. Because I didn't know what I could possibly bring as a consolation gift. I know only the full truth could bring closure to you.
I'm sorry. I appreciate the sentiment, but on the matter regarding my husband, my daughter and I have more or less found our answer.
Would you mind sharing it with me? I really can't believe that my father could ever
I always knew that my husband's money was earned through others' suffering. He told me countless times that if he could turn back the clock, he would never go into the synth business again. He had many regrets, and felt that he took the idea of providing for it. So when Mr. Callis came to him with a proposal, he accepted it almost immediately. He tried to be as careful as he could, but even so...
They found out about his betrayal?
Papa didn't say that exactly, but Papa did tell me that I should never be ungrateful.
Before he left that day, he told me that he had no choice. It was I don't know that for sure, but you could say that's the conclusion I eventually came to. Which is why I'm the one who should feel guilty. Callis had always taken great care of us, both when he was still alive and after he passed away. Even if he fired the shot that killed my husband, it was likely in self-defense. It is impossible for me to hate him for what he had done.
But Mama, why is Papa still the bad guy if he did the right thing? Papa always wanted to be a good man, so why did he have to do a bad thing in the end?
Well, things aren't always as they seem. You still feel like your papa was a good man, right?
Yeah, Papa was a really good man. The best in the whole world.
Then you should hold on to that. If a good man had to do a bad thing, then he must have had his reasons. Regardless, for everything you've told me, I will definitely find the truth. The current state of things is not something I'm willing to just sit back and accept.
Thank you. I'm very grateful to hear this from you. Even though your personality is quite different from your father's, your determination when you speak is really similar.
You really think so? That's the first time anyone said that to me.
Alright.
Are you
Now
okay, Navia?
I'm fine. Don't worry.
Alright.
Let's investigate the 3 suspects next.
Florent.
Florent should be nearby, and we should be able to find...
Greetings, boss. How may I be of assistance today?
I'm sure you've heard about what happened at the Opera House?
Yeah, I've heard. With something that dramatic, I'm sure journalists will milk it for all it's worth. And it'll be...
It also reminded me, on the day that after my partner here put the dots together for me, can you do me a favor and try to recall...
Let me think. Mr. Callis was feeling pretty upbeat that day. So he was drinking in bed. After that, he told us that he wanted to go get some fresh air. So we let him go without thinking much of it. Who knew that we would hear 2 gunshots ring out right after? My first reaction was that Mr. Callis's life was in danger. So I grabbed my holster and made a mad dash toward the scene. But when I got there, it was already too late. Mr. Callis was standing over a dead body with a gun in his hands. All we could do was look back and forth at each other, not knowing what to say.
So you also remember 2 gunshots then?
Indeed. The guard said that the first shot didn't hit anyone, while the second killed Jacques. But I've never really bought that explanation. Reason being, Mr. Callis had left his gun on the table. I even made sure to confirm that before running to the scene. But according to the guards, that doesn't mean he couldn't have had other guns on his person. About the clothes left at the scene that you mentioned, do you think there was a third person there who was turned into water?
It's
At
very
least
possible.
from our perspective, my father had no reason to kill. So he would also have no reason to... The gun he was holding probably belonged to Jacques.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So you're saying... But hold on. If that's what had happened, then why did... He didn't even want to face the Oratrice machine, and chose instead to prove his honor in a duel. Did he lose all faith in the courts after seeing someone dissolve right in front of his eyes?
About that, Malus told me a thing or two. So, I think I can understand why he committed to the duel. I'll tell you everything once the whole...
I understand. Then, I'll leave Mr. Callis's honor in your hands, boss. And if I may just say one more thing. The whole Callis the Unfaithful epithet has been a thorn in my side since the day it was invented. Many people have laughed at me for still calling him Mr. Callis, even after so many years have passed. But it was Mr. Callis's trust that allowed me to rise through the ranks of Spina di Rosula and live the life I lead today, no matter what others might say. He'll always be the man I respect the most.
Don't worry. You and all...
Okay. Jeez. I don't think it's him. I don't think it's Florent or Florent. Like, he feels nice. I don't think I don't know. It could be him. Now, I don't know if we're trying to catch one of these people or not, but...
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember.
Alright. Oh, we're talking to the guard now. Alright.
Hey, Thierry, it's me.
Oh, now, what brings you here, Miss Navia? I've heard that you made quite the...
Oh, so you've got news of that already.
Oh, okay. Hey, I'm also a member of the guards, you know.
Are you sure there isn't a little bit of truth in that?
I mean,
What are I have a feeling it might be him.
Callus did a fantastic
Like,
job.
I don't know. It could be him.
It would be next to
That
impossible for me to
kind of
find
knows about what's
similarly
going on.
Easy. Anyway.
Ah, yes. These... What happened at the Opera House?
Ah, I get it. If you want to go through the original
That'd be much
Of course. Why do you ask? We definitely can.
Well, you see, just recently, we were attacked. So, if you hypothetically wanted to do something against me, all you would need to do was get rid of...
Then you think too highly of my abilities. Dispatching mecha is very different from controlling them. If I had to make an analogy, when you order a dish, the chef will make it for you. If you try to make unreasonable demands, the chef would just think you're out of your mind and ignore you completely. Removing a serial number is also not as easy as you might think. There are a lot of complex steps.
Of course, like some of them are made without any, like the treasure hoarders.
Those mecha were definite. They're
like,
certainly not cheap. So, whoever their owner is must be super rich.
Yeah, exactly. Like
both.
The ones.
Then you're officially in the clear, Thierry.
Jokes aside, I'd like to wish you all the best with your investment.
I don't know.
I'll be staying in the city.
I feel like they all might be, they all might be innocent. Yeah. Yeah, the rich. It's almost. You guys ever watch? What is it? What's that show? Not Squid Games. What was that one show where it was like these people are super rich and they have like this kind of stuff that's not related to Squid Games? Still trying to think.
Every journey has its final day.
Yeah, we know. Every journey has its final day. Don't rush. Okay. Oh, why are we going to her? Okay.
Hello. How may I help you? I'm here to see Marcel. Good. Sure. I will let him know.
Navia, hello. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm not as young as I used to be.
Oh, it's all right, Uncle Marcel.
Yeah, I'm still trying to think.
I just wanted to talk to you briefly about what happened in the Opera House. I'm sure you saw everything too, right?
Yes.
Oh, you were at the Opera House too?
That's right. I went there with Navia to see the magic show.
Oh no, I can't remember. All I can think right now is Squid Games because, like, if you so Squid Games obviously, yeah, it's been out for like a couple of years, and you guys all know what happens. Basically, these guys go to like, they go to kind of like this competition kind of thing, or like it's not a contest, but they go to like this event that's planned by like the rich, and basically the people who go and participate in these mini games are people who are like super poor.
Is that what you're investigating?
And it's a Korean show, I think,
I still
Is
don't
it
have
Korean?
much
Yeah, I think
solid
it might
proof,
be a
but I
Korean
can
show,
sense that the
like
other
normally.
side has already begun to
But
act.
yeah, like these people are like super
makes you say
poor,
that?
We
and
were attacked on Aranias
they
by
all
some
get like
unknown
summoned to go
Gardenax.
to this place
And
where
there was
there's
also an
these
attempt to
mini
get me
games
to
and they
drink
can get
water
like
from the
a lot
primordial
of
sea.
money.
If not for the vigilance
Like
of
the
my
person who
partner,
wins
I probably
gets
wouldn't
like
even be here talking to you right
just
now.
becomes like the
Oh,
richest
you're
person
giving us too much credit.
or becomes
Wasn't
super
it you
rich.
who protected us?
But at the cost
Yes.
of the other
It seems things are
competitors
heating
to
up. The
sadly
peace that Callus
become
sought so
deceased.
dearly will soon become a thing of the past.
I don't know. I don't
Rest
think they
assured,
all died. I don't know
Croissant
if
will
they
always
all
remain safe
died or
haven.
whatnot.
If you're scared, if anyone dares.
But
to
like I know
challenge
some of the
me,
mini games,
the
like
confrérie
the
of
one I know
Career
is the
will
red
use
light,
its
green
funds to
light.
the
The
last
red
minute
light,
to bring
green
them to
light,
justice.
where you know
Thank you, Uncle Marcel.
that one's brutal.
I
Like
don't
there's this
intend to
doll
finish
that
hard.
has like these machine
I'm going to
guns,
strike while
and
the iron's hot.
its accuracy
any
is
new thoughts on my
basically like
father's case?
Deadshot from DC.
About that. Sorry.
Yeah,
My
and
age is catching up with
basically
me.
like
So it'll take me
after
a while. The confrérie
after
is
the doll
responsible
killed
for that
someone,
banquet.
like everyone
So I
or
was out
most
and
of the
about whole
people
time, making
like
sure things were
freaked
running
out
smoothly.
and just started
I didn't
scrambling
even have the
everywhere,
time to
and
drink, then I
the
heard
doll
sound
just
of a
like just
gunshot.
gunned well
It's
most
okay.
of them
No
down.
need to
Like
push yourself.
I think it was until like half of them
See
were
if there-
remaining.
Sounds good. Just let
It
me
was
know
pretty
if you
fun.
ever need
I
more.
didn't see it, but I thought to
Mr.
myself,
Callus's
oh, that's
patronage
kind of
has
funny.
I'll spend however much it takes to clear his name.
Yeah. Yeah, and basically, like, the people who got them, basically, like, there's this anime, I forget what it's called, but there's this anime where there's this guy who has a girlfriend of some sort who's, like, a wolf girl, and, eventually they go to, like, this bidding thing where it's kind of like Squid Games, like, basically, they get betted to fight some other creatures, and if the person stands alone wins, like the last person standing
Votes
in
are
it
made for
wins, they get
transferring
rich,
commodities
and
back and forth.
yeah,
And those that
it's kind of like that in terms of like, you know, like they bid for people to do this, and that's kind of what happens in Squid Games. Like that's what happens. Like all the people that
Talk to all three
all of the
suspects.
people who
Suspicious.
participate in it are all people who are pretty much bidded to be in it from other rich people. I don't know. I still don't know if it's like worldwide or if it's all Korean or Japanese. Because I know there's some I think there's some Korean movies or Japanese movies that I kind of know that are just like not good.
I suppose that's to be expected, though. If a single conversation's all that's needed to find... Anyway, even though we didn't make a breakthrough, let's still
But where should we start? Ah, you're right. Flora mentioned that
According to Jacques' family member...
So, Jacques fired the first shot?
Oh? And why is that?
Ooh, that's a good point. Jacques probably already knew that he was just being used as a tool for murder.
Huh. So, what would make more sense from his perspective? Makes sense. Besides Jacques, the attack from the Gardamex has been bothering me quite... It's obvious that our enemy has become more antsy after...
Do you think he knew, even then, that we'd follow this lead to the end?
Given everything that's happened since, but who among the three suspects would have the ability to control privately owned Gardamex?
Thierry, because he does it.
Thierry, you say? Huh. But I didn't feel like he was lying when he was...
Yeah. Had he actually tampered with the mecha, we'd be able to prove it with... If the mecha were taken from the guards, it should be pretty easy to find out when and how...
Alright. Florette.
Florent?
So it wasn't
true that he
him.
was, but
I don't think it's any of them.
So you're saying he's
Exactly. He can't. And even if he could,
Yeah, it's not
I don't
him.
think he...
Marcel.
Uncle Marcel? And with funds from the Confrérie, still really hard for me to imagine, though. Also, wouldn't this mean he has been spending a whole lot of Mora and energy? Who could it be?
I think... Yeah. Okay, so it's this. Relevant. It's not him.
You know, if you think everything through, Uncle Mars...
Could we be missing other suspects? Malus didn't know about the people...
Malus has always been very reliable. The suspect is knowledgeable about the Spina's in... Even if I don't want to believe it, I'm starting to see how things could all tie back...
Well, we still have another trump card on top of all the theorizing and spec...
Yes. We need far more...
Navia, here you are. Oh, I've been looking for you.
Huh? Aren't you the guy from the guard?
Yeah. News came from Irenaeus just after you left. We've got another trial on our hands.
Wasn't that place built specifically for holding trials?
I know. But they said the person they're putting on trial is a Fatui Harbinger called Tartaglia.
Uh-oh, Tartaglia.
What? Is that...
Yeah, we know him. Maybe even a little...
Well, he's been accused of being the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case.
Wait, how? None of our investigations have had anything to do with him.
That's what I thought was strange about it, so I came to tell you the news right away.
Uh-oh, I figured something would happen.
Stands, then it'll be next to impossible to get the guards to support any of our planned investigations.
Right, because they'll think they've already found the culprit.
Yeah, and it'll be a lot harder then to clear Mr. Callus's name.
I understand.
And Tartaglia, he doesn't even have his vision either. Like, he doesn't even have he doesn't have his vision, so he's pretty much just useless.
Huh? Split up? What do you mean? Since this is You're right. I won't have any chance of making that charge stick, though, unless we find more evidence. We'll help
you. Okay.
Mademoiselle, please allow us to accompany you.
I'm ready.
Ah, Malou, Silver. When did you...
We heard that you'll be leaving Poisson. It's our hope that your confidence will be bolstered with a...
See you then!
Alright, so we're going to the place while Navia is doing the thing with Tartaglia.
Now that Navia has set out for Irenaeus,
we
should also get going.
Okay.
The location has already been marked on the map, so let's head over.
I like how Pano was like, yeah, we know him. Probably know him a bit too much. You get it because Tartaglia is our friend. That bird just jumped over that arrow. You think he got MO? You think that bird got MLG? I don't think he does. All right. Okay.
Huh. According to Malus's info, the synth production base is underwater.
Oh, it's underwater. All right. Wait, can I do this? Can I like dive more with the ship? Oh, I can. Okay, ignore them. They fighting us? Okay, we're gonna have to fight them. Guess we're fighting these guys. Yeah, take that. You picked the fight with me. So it's underwater. Now how exactly are we gonna get there? Oh, by the way, I've kind of got used to like the swimming, so basically I figured out the swimming, like going up and... What? Oh, cutscene.
Finally found it! Huh. So this is the entrance entrance that leads to the synth production base. Ah, you're right. An important place like this is bound to have a ton of protective measures and Navia's probably arguing up a storm.
I like how we could talk underwater. Do we have like? I mean, yeah, I know we have like infinite breathe. Oh, inside opera clue. All right. So is this where we gotta play as Navida or Navia? Okay. I feel like this is just all cutscenes and we're not actually doing anything unless we have to do something. I don't know. It'd be cool though if we could play as
It would appear that I must
Navia for a
repeat my
bit.
question again, Mr. Tartaglia. Do you accept the charge that you are the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case?
Look at him.
To be perfectly honest, I don't understand your country's complicated court system, or the reason why I'm being charged with something I've never even heard of. However, I did hear that people who have been charged can choose to participate in a duel to clear their name. Is that right? In which case, as long as I accept the charge, I can have an all-out fight with that champion duelist Clorent, right? I've got to admit, that's one of the most enticing offers I've ever received. When I privately sparred with her last time, she was obviously holding back. Real disappointing.
Hey, don't you understand? You're currently the prime suspect for a major case. This isn't the place for you to be looking for fights.
Oh? Sounds like the Hydro Archon wants to lecture me on the ways of the Opera House.
That's what I like about Tartaglia. Tartaglia is he's the type of guy who just wants to fight. Like he's the guy who's like, you want it's a fight? Alright. Like he wants to pick a fight with people, that's what I like about him.
Then why don't you duel me too?
Ooh.
I'm the kind of student that learns best in the heat of battle.
No. That's not what I meant.
Alas, it would appear that communication with the defendant is going poorly. We have made very little progress.
Yeah, I like how Furna's like, no, that's not what I meant. I didn't want to fight you. Does that mean that she's not that powerful? Like, is she not that strong?
In that case, let me explain everything from the very beginning again. The goal of this trial is to determine the culprit behind the serial disappearances case.
That case had nothing to do with him. You've got the wrong man. Huh? What's going on?
Why is she interjecting again?
I told you it couldn't be one of the Fatui Harbingers.
Miss Navia, this is the
that guy was like,
interrupted
I
the
told
court
you it
proceedings.
couldn't be one of them.
I only tolerated your behavior last time because you were able to provide the court with but that was an exception rather than standard court protocol. I can very well charge you with contempt of court.
Oh, please. Did you ever think I had any respect for this place's pointless theatrics? We can put that discussion aside for now. I'm not here to argue with you. And if my charges prove true, then Tartaglia here will be proven innocent by default.
Oh, a young lady has charged in and offered to clear my name. How fascinating. Well, I'd gotten half bored to death by all these rules and procedures anyway. So I'll take you up on that offer. So, Your Honor, is there nothing else for me to do now?
By the way, I could say this now, like, if Child goes to his delusion form, like, I'm pretty sure he could easily defeat everyone in the room. Like, he could easily defeat, the judge, Neuvillette, and he could probably even defeat Chlorine and Furin, like, well, maybe not Furin, but, like, he could easily defeat them, maybe.
You may take a seat for now in the audience, but that doesn't mean the suspicions against you have been lifted.
Yeah, he still's got his delusion, so he can still fight,
Who is
technically.
the person you would like to charge instead?
That person is...
Oh, we do have to do this. Okay.
Briere! Huh? What Convery? Never heard of them in my...
I've heard of them, but weren't they Spina di Rosula?
Oh, is this going to be a friends to enemies type situation?
that lady is like wanting.
Please let me remind you, Miss Navia, that charging someone is an incredibly serious matter. commit, and if the charge fails, depending on the circumstances, you may also be charged with the crime.
Yes.
In that case, I declare the charge to be valid. Miss Navia and attorneys, please take your places on the court. Members of the guards, please contact Mr. Marcel right.
Alright. So I'm guessing I'm guessing that's correct.
Mr.
Yeah,
Marcel,
because
you will not require an attorney. Is that correct?
so yeah, so I'm assuming yeah, I had to pick Marcel. If I picked anyone else, it would have just been like she probably would have said, "No, that's not him. It's Marcel."
Ah, apologies. It all just happened so quickly. I still haven't figured out what's going on. I think an attorney won't be necessary. This is probably just a misunderstanding between me and Navia.
Very well. In that case, since both sides have now arrived,
I would like to take everyone back to 3 years ago, to the case of Callus the Unfaithful. Only through elucidating what really happened in that case can we connect all the dots for the serial disappearances case.
Navia, do you really think that I was the one who killed your father? Come on, why would I do that? Callus was my benefactor, and remember both you and I only ran to the... If that's enough to make me a suspect, wouldn't that make everyone at that banquet a suspect as well?
I think there's no point in getting into the specifics right now. The audience doesn't even have the big picture yet. Even I'm struggling to remember some details of that case.
I think Farina doesn't know about it. I think she's completely unaware of it.
Exactly correct, Your Honor. I must refresh everyone's...
Either that or she just does not know about it at all.
My charge and...
I see. In which case, I will recount the findings about that case as originally recorded by Maison Gardiennage.
Alright. Great.
On the
I
day
have
of the
to
murder,
do this.
Spina di Rosula hosted a large banquet in a countryside estate owned by the Confrérie of Cabrières.
Okay.
During the banquet, all attending guests heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. When the guests arrived at the scene, they found the primary suspect, Callus, holding a gun, while his acquaintance, Jacques, lay dead. The guards' investigation did not recover any other firearms from the scene. As a result, they concluded that the suspect's first shot must have missed, while the second must have taken Jacques' life. The suspect did not dispute this conclusion, and also declined to defend himself in court. Instead, he chose to prove his innocence through a duel. Callus was defeated by champion duelist Clarand in the ensuing duel, and soon succumbed to the injuries. These are the known facts about the case.
The one with the motive to kill was Jacques, not my father. In truth, the third person shot Jacques first, and was shot in turn by my father when my father seized the gun from him. After that, the true culprit turned the third person into water. Thank you for the summary, Your Honor. However, we should revisit the case now that we've gained new information about the abilities of water from the primordial sea.
Alright.
Something's not right.
Okay. I'm assuming that's what she would have said. I think this one, it's like pointless to do. During the bank, all 10 guests are 2 gunshots. What did it cost? Who had the motive to kill?
The testimony of the victim's family confirms that Jacques had thoughts of assassinating Callus when he set out for the banquet. Unfortunately for Jacques, the true culprit had already considered this possibility and had sent out another assassin. This assassin first shot Jacques, then turned to shoot Callus, only for Callus to wrestle the gun from him and kill him instead. pile of clothing was found at the scene. The guards once believed they were used by Jacques as a costume to disguise himself. But now, it is clear that the clothes were proof that there was a third person at the scene, and that they were turned into water after committing the murder. Since it was raining that day, the culprit was confident that they could use the rain to wash away all traces of their dissolved accomplice.
Alright. So what's the Traveler doing? That's what I want to know. What's the Traveler doing?
Everyone to believe Callus was responsible for Jacques' murder. This is the true version of events.
That's what happened. Wait, you're telling me something as dangerous as water from the primordial sea has been used?
Then, may I ask some questions? In my opinion, we primarily need to determine two things. One, do you have the evidence to back up your claims? I'm afraid not.
Boo! If you don't have any evidence, you should just go home!
I may not have the evidence with me, but I know where I could go to collect it. If we look up the deserted clothes against a record of people who went missing around the same time, we should be able to find a match. Considering the serial disappearances case, the guards probably kept careful records of all missing persons from around that time. That makes sense to me. Monsieur Neuvillette, I would consider this to be a reasonable investigative direction. Why do I feel like Farina's acting a little differently today?
Maybe she's scared of embarrassing herself again?
Alternatively, she's become more diligent after charging an innocent citizen in the last...
My second question has to do with the ensuing duel. If the truth is indeed as you described...
Maybe she's becoming nice. Maybe she's like trying to be on our side.
Explain himself in court. If he had testified that a person had been dissolved, he could have...
Maybe she knows that what we're doing is actually the truth. And she's actually trying to help us. Instead of trying to just be a jerk to us.
The dissolving power...
She hasn't actually said anything like mean, like, and what do you think is gonna happen if you don't do it? Like, she's not saying anything like mean or anything. She's just like normal.
At that time, Spina di Rosula was in dire straits. What was certain, however, was that it would paint a gigantic target on my back.
Boss once told me that Demoiselle had already been selected as the next target of the serial disappearances case.
What? If the secret had gotten out,
yeah, she's been selected to be the next target.
War with Espina right there and then. I wouldn't have been the only one in danger. All of us would have stood to lose our lives. Of course, the guards might eventually figure out the truth of the matter and determine that we were in the right. But what good would that do? How can a hollow verdict protect anyone? Had this opera house ever given my father any kind of confidence in its brand of justice, Spina di Rosula would have had no reason to exist. But by staying silent, we retain the ability to deter our opponents and continue the stalemate. I was able to become Spina di Rosula's president, which made me harder to target, as well as giving me more time to grow and learn. And once I have figured out the truth and stepped up to the challenge, I will do what this opera house cannot, and restore my father's truth and honor back to him. So, you mean to say, your father intended to die in the duelist's ring? That's right. Do you have any proof? Of course. All you need is to ask his opponent, Clorand. I don't need your apology, your guilt, or your support from the shadows. You don't have to do anything for my sake. But since he entrusted his will to you, Clorand, you should tell us the truth about his sacrifice. So, during the duel, did you believe that Callus was intending to die?
Yes, I did. As a champion duelist, I've fought many battles and taken a countless number of dishonored lives. In my line of work, I've seen all kinds of people give their all for the faintest hope to continue living. Some were determined, others passionate, and some even manic and twisted. Just one look and I can tell if a duelist is hoping to live, or if they're looking to die. I hereby swear on my name and honor as a champion duelist that Mr. Callus never intended to leave the ring alive.
Since that's your testimony, I have no more questions. It appears there really are good grounds to reopen this case.
I concur. However, Miss Navia, you still have not explained the link between your father's case and the serial disappearances case.
Right? What she said was fascinating, but kind of beside the point.
Wait, weren't they just talking about the serial disappearances case?
Of course, Your Honor. The two cases are connected via a matter of timing. In my father's case, the culprit intended to kill both Jacques and Callus. As a result, they planned to act after hearing 2 gunshots. And at the end of Linny's trial, the culprit also only dissolved the victim in front of everyone because they realized they were at risk of being identified. The culprit could only time their actions so precisely if they were already at the scene. Coincidentally, Marcel attended both the banquet and the trial.
So that's why you suspected me. Even after hearing your reasoning, I still can't help but find it a little preposterous.
I'm trying to be a bit quiet for this, so, you know, because this is kind of like an important kind of thing happening, so I'm trying to be as quiet as possible.
I'm used to it, though. You've always been an impulsive
Trying
and
to be quiet as
sentimental child,
possible.
Navia. It's one of your most endearing traits.
No need to appeal to pathos.
I won't try to refute your points one by one, but even if everything you just said was true, can you prove that I was the only person present at both of... On top of that, does a person have to be physically present to control the timing? Can't someone remotely monitor the place?
Know what she can say to that.
I know that even with that, you might still think you can reduce the list of suspects with some further investigations, until I'm the only one left on the list. Alas, who won't feel at least a little hurt by an accusation of murder from a girl you see as your own daughter? But if I were to dismiss this completely, you'd also think I'm not being considerate of your feelings. Ah well, let Uncle Marcel teach you another lesson. Do you know what the biggest flaw in your reasoning is?
I suppose you're gonna tell me anyways.
It's timing again. I'm a businessman by trade. From that standpoint, there's no reason for me to kidnap young women. It's a high-risk action with nothing to gain. In addition, I left my home in Snezhnaya when I was young to come to Poisson and work in some trade. My business only thrived when I received Callus's patronage. But the disappearances began before I ever stepped foot in Fontaine.
I do apologize, Demoiselle. This was my mistake.
No, it's not your fault. I'm sure he had come prepared.
Is there anything else you'd like to say? Would you like to check the date of my first business license against the first known case of the serial disappearances? You can also take a look at my border entry records, or ask my friends and family when I left Snezhnaya for the first... Could those records and testimonies do something to appease the unspeakable anguish?
Seems like she got the wrong guy. At this rate, Navia will be convicted for falsely accusing him.
I think you've done a superb job of dissecting your father's feelings as he neared the end of his life. But aren't you going against all of his wishes and expectations? He wished for you to become more rational, collected, and conscientious, instead of dwelling only on your own feelings. Once you've learned to be more considerate of others' feelings, and to stop rushing headlong into things, you'd have met most of his expectations.
This isn't just about me, and it never has been. The biggest difference between me and the rest of the victims is that I still have the ability to search for the truth. While the people whose families were destroyed by synth abuse, the people who lost their loved ones to the serial disappearances, and the people who suffered tragic ends due to their sense of justice. Many people's images are flashing before my eyes. And whose image do you see? Is it a man named Vacher?
Huh.
Oh, so you do know that name.
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name of someone I've never even...
I was waiting for you to say that.
Oh, okay, so we're going back to Traveler Paimon's place. Alright. Okay, so I'm assuming that now we're at where we would have been. We're at the synth production base, which is underwater. Why is it underwater? And man, that was okay. Get up, shot. There we go. What's this? Party setup. Oh, are we in like a domain? Oh, we are. Okay. Yeah, we'll go to the Battle Pass. Yeah, I didn't get that much done. We'll try to get some of these completed. And we'll do the Spiral Abyss. We'll try and get that done. Do these, because actually for these we'll do, because if we complete this quest, we will be able to unlock the reputation and the commissions for Fontaine, so yeah, I know that we'll unlock those eventually. Which is good, because I want to do them. Alright. Also, how funny is it that we got Tartaglia? I mean, why not, right? It's just gonna make it a bit funny. Jeez. Alright, I'll tell you. There's something going on.
Is it because of this mechanism in the middle? That guy really prepared a lot of stuff for this place.
Alright.
Paimon thinks we need to go up, but Paimon doesn't see a way. Let's take a look around. Maybe we'll find a hidden mechanism that'll show us the way up.
Thunder. So yeah, earlier, when we were about to go in this place, the Paimon was able to talk underwater. So I guess that means we have like the ability to just kind of like breathe underwater normally. I'm not too sure. Either that or Paimon just has that special ability to do that. Alright, what's this gonna do? Oh, we're raising the water? Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. That did not raise it that much.
The water level is rising. Now we can swim to the top. But this is still a ways away from where we need to go.
Don't worry, there's a thing over here. And there's more of these guys.
Illusion shattered. Let's light it up.
Ow, they're cryoed. Why do I have a feeling that we are gonna have to like do this duel thing, and we're gonna have to be Tartaglia but without a sword? Because here's the thing, like, it's gonna be hard because Tartaglia doesn't fight with a sword; he fights with a bow. So he's, you know, he's gonna be different. Claudia's gonna be like, he fights with a bow and not a sword. Although Tartaglia, I feel like he could easily fight with a sword because his skill is like, he goes into melee mode. So I'm assuming that, yeah, he can just do that.
Now the path is clear. Let's go.
Alright, now we can go. The whole place is flooded. Oh well, sometimes gotta get a bit wet. Oh, chest. Don't want to miss this now, huh? There's probably a oh no, there wasn't. I think that chest we got opened was the secret chest. Or one of them. Uh-oh. I see two big boys over here.
Riptide.
I see some big boys.
Illusion shot. Teamwork is
Huh. Yeah, come on.
shines eternal.
Oh, okay. Back. You got reinforcements.
Stabilize.
Nope, can't hurt me.
There is no escape.
You can try to do that all you want, but guess what? I got a shield. Protect me.
Bring it on.
Yeah.
Yep. No time to lose.
So I wonder, is this going to be the first time where Tartaglia is going to go to his delusion form, and he's going to be on our side?
Though, as expected, the master. That's right.
Alright. Oh, still looking. And we're the traveler. Oh. A bookshelf.
Let's see what's written here. Callus. Navia's father. Oh, this seems to be in a... This should prove the existence of the third person, right? We still have not determined the old dog's a real menace to deal with. He can act when... I concur. Let's send someone to kill him. Oh, seems like we've got a bunch of correspondence between the higher-ups.
Alright. We found that. Oh, did you see that? It was it was glitched. Alright.
Oh, look! There's an important-looking basin over here, and it's full of water.
Alright.
That means...
Sorry if the screen is a bit blurry. Like, I don't know what's going on with my Wi-Fi. Like, it was like thundering. It was thundering and raining earlier today, but that shouldn't even be the problem.
Paimon will take notes on this incriminating evidence.
Like, I don't know if it's the Wi-Fi, if there's something going on with the internet at my house or what. Alright.
What's all this? Pink accessories, a hair tie, a necklace, even a makeup box. Oh, Paimon sees it too, but... Huh? You mean the girls from the... And then they were... And all the boxes of things. These names.
Uh-oh. So these are the people's stuff. Uh-oh. Oh, that is just wrong in every way. So that we just saw, that was the disappearance of the people's, or the women's stuff. That's their stuff. Oh no.
16 aims to verify Jacob Ingold's research conclusions on the primordial
Jacob
sea.
Ingold. Oh, that sounds very...
As a foundation to achieve a breakthrough. The experiment was a failure. No individual managed to resurface from the water from the primordial sea. Female
famous.
Paimon will try her best. How can someone write something that terrible? You read the rest. Paimon's too scared to keep going. So that's why he did it. Wait, did he really think he'd be able to find a way just by dissolving people over and over? That's just insane! Huh? Isn't that the name you heard by the fountain? Paimon thought he was an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case. You mean Vache is the one who did all of these... experiments? So that's it? No, that's not it either. If that's the... In any case...
Alright. So Vacher is the one who did it. Now here's a question. How are we gonna get out?
There's so much synth here.
How are we gonna get out of here?
Ingredients that probably just contain the waters of the primordial sea. Mixing in progress. Ready to drink? Stock sample? Huh. Whoa, there's even fruit-flavored synth? Yep, it's super.
Synth. Oh, we found it. We found the synth. Alright.
We've looked at almost everything here, and it seems like our theories were... Yeah, we haven't found anything that reveals... No wonder even Nervalette wasn't able to find anything. Whoever it is probably destroyed everything to do with that... That way, even if we bring all this back to the opera, we won't be able to identify the true culprit. Sure thing. I won't admit...
Alright. Is there anything else here?
Take that side, and Paimon will take...
I guess we're supposed to go here.
Not at all. And Paimon can't even find snacks either.
Really, Paimon? You want food?
Whoa, really? Let Paimon see.
It's a book.
Vignier. Isn't that Vache's lover's name? Then you found her diary. Aww.
Oh, Vignier. Oh. Was that the Oceanid's name? The one we met in the dream, in that weird looking place?
My mom feels even worse for her now.
So her name is Vignier. Oh, okay. What the heck is this? I don't know. Those are weird looking words or letters.
So many! A whole page's worth! The final name she decided on was Marcel.
Marcel!
But Marcel's pretty old. Has this case been going on for so long that he's Vache and Vignier's grown son?
Uh-oh. Marcel! Vignier, yeah, Vignier. Vignier is the lady's name. Oh boy. So it was Marcel. Well, good thing we picked I'm pretty sure if I picked some of the other... If I picked, like, Timry and Florent, it probably wouldn't let me continue. It'd probably just been like... Navia would be like, no, not that.
Do you see, Marcel? Is it a man named Vache?
Huh.
Oh.
I've merely...
I was...
Yeah, we already seen that.
As expected of my partner.
Just how often do you intend to flout the rules of this court?
It's all right, Monsieur Nervalette. Given their confidence...
Alright, yeah. Furna is definitely trying to be nice. Like, Furna is actually, like, trying to help us now. Yeah, like, after the last stream, which we did the first one, she was, like, all against us, trying to, like, you know, make us lose, but now all of a sudden, like, now she's, like, siding with us. Like, now she's, like, yeah, she's trying to, like, help us out, alright. A change of, you know, side is good, or a change of heart to help a person like us. Alright. Say you never heard of vouchers. Which earns reveals the true identity of Vachir. Vachir. This. Yeah, the notebook. Obviously.
But the truth of it, Marcel, is that you've always been Vache.
Oh, the character talks.
Huh?
So Marcel's always been Vachir.
After your lover, Veneer, was dissolved, you kept abducting young women to experiment on the hopes of bringing her back to you. You even created Marcel as a new identity and destroyed all records of your past as Vache.
So that's it. Even the villains in opera performances rarely go that far. And with that, Marcel's motive has now been established.
Yeah, she definitely changed, she's definitely, like, on our side, pretty much.
This information regarding your past also dismantles your prior timing defense. Well, Marcel, do you know where you went wrong? You fixated your gaze on the lover that passed away, instead of paying attention to the living people around you. So, you never noticed how we changed, or how we grew as individuals.
You also never understood Boss's real expectations for his daughter.
Or our determination to see things through.
Your determination.
Mr. Marcel, please speak up now if you would like to defend yourself. Otherwise, the trial will move on to the next stage.
Do you really think I wanted to do any of this? Pay attention to you? What for? Have you ever paid attention to me? Ever empathized with my pain? Ever known how it feels to watch the love of your life dissolve right in front of your eyes? No one helped me. No one even believed me. All those decades ago, even the officers from the Maison Gardiennage were laughing at me. They said there's no way a human being can turn into water. So I must have gone mad from grief. Well, now you know, don't you? Well, it's too late now. All those who were dissolved are gone forever. You only have yourselves to blame. You set up this ornate opera house in pursuit of your so-called justice, your beloved drama, while turning a blind eye to the suffering of the people. Veneer is dead. We promised each other that we would always be together. Wherever she goes, I will follow. But I'm not from this blasted place, so I can't be dissolved, no matter what I do.
Hey, is that water from the primordial sea that he's drinking?
Didn't he just say he's not from here, so the water is not gonna do anything to him? Yeah, he just said that he's not from Fontaine, so the water won't work on him.
I can't dissolve. Can't dissolve.
Oh no, he is. He's gonna dissolve.
Do you all see? I can't go. I can't follow. So if I can't go where she is, what choice do I have?
He's gonna turn into water. The thing. Yeah, the water is just gonna be like, no you.
I did all of that, and in the end, that accursed Callus still got the better of me. I spent my entire life living on pins and needles, only to get stabbed by his idiot daughter at the very end.
The suspect is exhibiting signs of mental distress. Guards, please restrain him.
Don't touch me! Don't anybody come near me. I still need to save Veneer. A promise. We made a promise. Veneer.
Uh-oh. He's gonna turn into water.
Please, Veneer. don't think
He's
Daddy
gonna
even
turn into
appreciates
water. I can feel it. I can feel it. He's gonna turn into water.
At this point, the verdict of this trial is clear.
Maybe not, I don't know.
With Mr. Marcel's conviction, the charges against Mr. Tartaglia no longer have any basis.
Fine by me. I was in a bad mood, but after a show like that, I'm actually feeling pretty good.
Traveler, please submit all the evidence you have collected to the guards, so that I might review and summarize the truth behind the serial disappearances case.
Alright.
The man now known as Marcel was originally named Vacher, and worked as an adventurer with his partner and lover Vignier.
So they're... Oh, so yeah, okay, so... They're both from the Adventurers Guild? Oh, so yeah, Marcel, that's a pretty English name. That's something like any person in any country can have.
During an underwater expedition, Vignier accidentally came into contact with water from the primordial sea, and was dissolved in front of Vacher as a result. Vacher learned of the primordial water's existence through the work of others, and began to kidnap young women for research, with the goal of discovering a method to restore Vignier back to life. To cover his tracks, he invented the new alias of Marcel, and began to operate a business in Poisson. During the course of his research, Vacher discovered that a diluted concoction of water from the primordial sea can induce feelings of euphoria, and began to manufacture and market synth.
So, yeah, I guess Vacher's, that's his real name. So is he from Mondstadt? So, yeah, is he like from Mondstadt or Schnezaya?
However, as he accumulated wealth to fund his continued research and expanded the scope, he came into conflict with Spina di Rasula.
Spina di Rasula.
After exchanging blows with Spina di Rasula for many years, Vacher decided to assassinate their president, Callus, at a banquet. Although the assassination did not go as Vacher expected, he was able to turn Callus into the murder suspect by dissolving the assassin he sent to the scene. And just recently, Vacher attempted to frame Linny as the culprit of the serial disappearances case, using a similar method. However, his attempt to frame Linny failed, and the power of water from the primordial sea became public knowledge. This case also exposed enough of Vacher's machinations that he was eventually successfully charged in court. Thus concludes the enigmatic history of the serial disappearances case, with the truth revealed to all. The Oratrice will now deliver the final verdict regarding the charges against Mr. Vacher. According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Mr. Vacher is guilty.
Guilty. Yeah. Actually, you know what I just realized? Doesn't you know what I also realized? Doesn't Nouvelette look like a guy from Ace Attorney or Phoenix Wright? Like, doesn't he not look like a guy from it? Kind of does, but guilty, yeah.
Guards, take Vacher away.
So he's not.
It's what he deserves.
So yeah, I guess he doesn't turn into Warp since he's not from Fontaine. But where is he from? I gotta look back to see where he's from.
With that, the serial disappearances case is over now.
We really just witnessed history. Who would have thought the true culprit would be such a polite and well-spoken guy?
Alright.
Yippee! We helped Navia bring the bad guy to... He's hurt so many innocent people and now he... Huh? Are you okay?
Demoiselle, you were absolutely brilliant.
The day our late boss had always hoped for has finally come.
Yeah. Yeah. It's finally over. See, Papa? must be Netjirosula still doing well with me at the helm.
Well now, hasn't this been a most delicious piece of drama? The villain has been caught, justice has been served, past wrongs have been righted, and it's a big ol' happy ending. Since it's been such a great show, I'll just let the false accusations against me slide. Either way, I've still got some business to—
Please wait just one moment, Mr. Tartaglia.
Ugh, what now? None of this has anything to do with me.
According to court protocol, since this trial was initiated due to a charge against you, a verdict must also be made regarding the initial charge before the trial can conclude.
Oh, come on. Is this really necessary? Haven't you already caught the real criminal? Isn't it time for side characters like me to exit stage?
Please respect the laws of Fontaine. This has always been the rule.
All right, but this sure is a lot of hassle. All I need to do is stand over there, right? Let's just get this over with.
Through evidence presented in the public trial that was just held, it has been established that Mr. Tartaglia has no direct connection to the serial disappearances. The guilty party has been identified, and thus it is logical to suppose Mr. Tartaglia is innocent of the charges. We now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale to render the final verdict on the charges.
So I want to say this. Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale. Did I say that right?
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale...
So let me guess.
Mr. Tartaglia...
How funny would it be if he's guilty? How funny would it be?
Guilty.
He's guilty! He's still guilty.
What? Hey! That's not funny! Didn't you just say I'm supposed to be innocent?
Uh-oh. I called it too, and I was like, oh, how funny would it be if it just says guilty? Like, he just gets the bad luck. Paimon's like, Nani? And Tartaglia is literally, hey now, is this some joke? I thought I was supposed to be innocent.
What's with this verdict? Is your justice machine malfunctioning?
Huh? This has never happened before. The Oratrice actually returned a different verdict from the Chief Justice.
I mean, have you ever heard of an innocent Fatui Harbinger?
But weren't the charges about the serial disappearances case? No matter what else he's guilty of...
The judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale is, by law, the final verdict of the court. Guards, please take the suspect into custody per court protocol.
Uh-oh. Is he gonna... Uh-oh. That's not good. Uh-oh.
So this is how justice is done in Fontaine. What a joke.
Uh-oh.
You've got your rules. Well, I've got mine too!
When is this Tartaglia, like, when is Tartaglia like this gonna be playable? I feel like it would be fun. Uh-oh. He's going full power. Here it comes. It's him at full power.
I am sorry. If you have been wronged, we will find the truth. But the rules of the court must be upheld.
Oh, man. Oh, he got a scar. Dang.
Hey, Monsieur Novelette, what's going on? Shouldn't they have been cleared already?
Apologies. This is also the first time I've encountered such a situation. However, according to the rules established at the conception of Fontaine's court system, the Oratrice's judgment is the final verdict of the court. All I do is follow court procedure. As for why the Oratrice arrived at the conclusion it did, you should probably ask someone more knowledgeable than me.
Why are you looking at me? I had nothing to do with it! I don't know what happened there either. Hey, stop staring at me!
What does Lady Farina mean by that?
She says she has no idea either, but that's impossible.
Yeah, so are the verdicts reliable or not? Can results like this really be called justice?
My dearest citizens, did you really think we'd allow an incorrect verdict to be handed out in this court? Did you really believe that the judgment could be mistaken? Don't tell me. You thought even I had been blindsided by the Oratrice's result.
But the way she looked just now, it was pretty obvious she had no idea what was going on.
However, given the state of things, I shall give you an explanation. Everything that just took place, including my supposed shock and bafflement, was a part of an elaborate performance and of course, for every performance there is a script. Everything has unfolded exactly as I expected from the very beginning. As the embodiment of the very concept of justice, the Oratrice shall never render an arbitrary judgment! If you thought Child had nothing to do with the serial disappearances case, it is only because you've been blinded by the superficial appearance of innocence. Everything he's done, not to mention the danger he poses, are beyond ordinary comprehension and completely unforgivable! All shall be revealed in time. You will come to understand my noble intentions, as well as the absolute correctness of the Oratrice's verdict. Now, having said that, although I hate to leave things hanging in suspense, it is now time for this performance to end. As the lead actress, I shall be the first to take my leave. Toodaloo!
So she chose to make her escape after all, did she?
So you're saying we shouldn't put much stock into what she just said?
She probably just put on that performance to save face. As for the truth, it's unlike. However, please be assured that I will continue to investigate this case in a personal capacity. Just as I promised, if the judgment has been incorrect, we will do our utmost to clear his name.
Yeah, so even though it's like, yeah, he's been declared guilty and stuff, like, he said after he knocked out Tartaglia, he said, I'm sorry. I'll do some investigation to get you cleared. So like, I'm pretty sure, like, he knows that, yeah, like, there's something wrong.
Alright. Even though we feel
It's definitely Tottori. Like, I feel like it's him. Like, it's his doing.
He's done plenty of bad stuff, so he should have known he'd go to prison someday.
Yeah. Tragedy repeats itself. Okay. Oh, and look! Here's Tartaglia. Okay. Yeah, I have a feeling Electro Tartaglia or even Foul Legacy Tartaglia, I feel like he's going to be playable in this game. Like, I have a feeling, and that'd be awesome if he does. It's just Tartaglia, but Electro. Uh-oh.
Hey, what are you doing? Quick, stop him!
Traveler! Hey! Traveler!
Marcel! What are you...
Stop resisting arrest! Cease, or we'll add another charge to the list.
No, wait! I just want to ask the Traveler something. I'm not looking to run away. Please, just let me ask this one small thing.
Go on.
Thank you. I was being led away when I finally realized something. Where did you first hear the name Vache? I erased all records of that name. So, unless...
I went to your place.
Are you still trying to prove your innocence? Give it up. You've already been convicted.
I met her.
Really? You did? You're sure? You met her? But how could that be? How did you manage to do it?
It was around the fountain of Lucine.
The Fountain of
Lucine?
Then she's been so close to me all along. And I just never... Please, please give me a chance to talk to her again. Just let the Traveler take me to the fountain to see her one last time. This is the last request I'll ever make in my life. You can do whatever you want to me afterwards. I don't care.
What? Give an inch and you want to take a mile? Do you think serial killers get to make requests like that?
Paimon agrees. Why should we give him what he wants when he's only done a ton of super terrible things?
This request, is it worth as much to you as your life?
Of course! Wait, no. It's worth even more than my life.
Humans. Will they betray the instinct to live just to satisfy spiritual needs?
Uh-oh. Wait, does that... So, because he said that, does that mean Nervalette is not human? Like, is he not human?
Very well. I will grant your request.
The guard's gonna be like, what?
Your Honor, I fear that...
I will go with him. You do not need to worry about any escape.
In
Alright.
that case, I shall leave...
Well then, I guess Nervalette is actually a lot powerful than we think. He's actually more stronger.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm actually surprised. He's actually a lot stronger than we think. Alright. Funny enough, we're actually at the place where we need to be. We're at the area where we have to go to, so...
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I...
Are we gonna get another cutscene?
Is this the place? You said she's here, but what do I need to do to see her?
Yeah, and even Paimon could hear her after drinking that thing.
Vache.
Oh, he can hear him.
Ah!
Marcel can hear her.
Yes, that's it. So you...
Vignier, it's me! It's me, Vache!
Vache? Vache?
I'm here! I'm here! Where are you, Vignier? I'm coming for you. I'm finally here for you.
Hey, wait! Be careful! Hey, wait!
Uh-oh. Cutscene again?
Vignier, is that you?
Oh.
It's me, Vache! Vignier!
Vache? Why did you come? Didn't I say? You don't need to look for me. You look a lot older than I remember. How long has it been?
It's been more than 20 years. I've suffered for over 20 years since the day you left. All this time, only the thought of bringing you back has kept me alive. I must be dreaming. Who would have thought I'd get the chance to tell you all of my feelings like this? Vignier, you are my everything. I really don't know how I could live without you.
But Vache, if you ask me, this world would be better off without you.
What are you saying?
If not for you, I would have finished my law degree and probably become a top-tier attorney one day. If not for you, I would have continued to pursue my love of the arts, and my works would have been displayed in the Palais Mermonia itself. If not for you, I would at least have been able to take care of my mother. And she would not have grown old and died alone, with nothing but the tears on her cheeks. It's all because of your selfishness, Vache. It's all because of you.
You... Wait, you are not Vinier. Who are you?
Uh-oh.
You're right. I am not Vinier. I am the sacrifices.
Uh-oh. So it's not Vinier.
Every woman who died by your hand, as our bodies dissolved, our consciousnesses flowed back to the primordial sea.
Oh. Okay. Well, if you put it like that, that's like, wow. So, that ocean is basically all the dissolved women combined as one.
Our thoughts circulated endlessly within.
Alright, that's kind of dark.
And we were no longer individuals, but we became one. Just as streams of water come together in this. I'm Cressy. I'm Lemony. I'm Azine. The only one I am not is Vinier.
Why? But then, where is Vinier?
She doesn't want to see you anymore. Every tendril of her consciousness is avoiding you. This is what you get for your selfishness. Your selfishness robbed us of our lives and our futures. You said time and time again that you'd do any and everything for her. But did you ever consider whether she'd want to see you do the things that you did? If she would despise you for what you became? You are a liar, a heartless murderer, and a cowardly narcissist. The only thing you are not is Vinier's beloved. From the moment your first victim died and her consciousness merged with Vinier's, she has had nothing but pure hatred for you.
No! Yeah! She can't hate me. Let me see her, please! Have mercy!
You still don't understand. When I said don't look for me, that came from the real Vinier. She really doesn't want to see you anymore. But on top of that, she also said that because it's her final drop of pity for you. She said that because she knew that if you did come here, we will show no mercy to you.
Vache.
Vache? Vache. 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 Drown.
Oh, they're all pretty mad. Uh-oh. Dang, so he died?
Finally, we have some time to do shopping. Gosh, it's really been a long time since we've been able to relax.
Huh. Well met, partner. I knew something great was going to happen when I.
So he died, so
today.
so Marcel's soul is just gone. So he died.
And this weather can't put a damper on the demoiselle's mood.
It's a pleasure to see you both again.
Oh, hey, Navia! It's been...
Oh, now that I believe. I'm easy to work with, and...
Sounds like you're really enjoying life these days, Navia.
It's just been one thing after the other. I've been making non-stop trips between Poisson and the... Everyone from Spina di Rosula organized a memorial for my father. We never held a memorial when he first died. This time, though, everyone in Poisson, and even many people from the...
So his name's definitely been cleared now.
It's been the dearest wish of Demoiselle all along.
That blasted stubborn fool. I was right to put my faith in him. Oh, by the way, I ran into Charlotte just after I left the memorial service. Well, maybe it'd be more accurate to say I knew she would be there, and there was no way she'd just let me go.
Huh? So you know Charlotte too?
Yeah, way back when I first became the president of the Spina di Rosula, she was all over me. I believe the story was called The True Heart of Darkness. To be fair, though, it was a really flattering feature. So, she was trying to lean on our friendship to get me to do an exclusive piece on the serial disappearances case.
Oh yeah, she told us about that. She's always been super interested in that case, so now her wish has finally come true too.
Anyway, I told her to make sure that when she writes about you guys entering the opera house with the critical evidence, that you both sound really cool.
Now that's another thing to look forward to.
Oh, and in other news, I also took Clorand out for a meal.
Oh, are you two on better...
While you were investigating Vashey's headquarters, it was thanks to her that we were able to turn the tide. I wanted to thank her. I mean...
Oh, that's great. Paimon also thought Clorand wasn't actually a...
Anyway, now that the case has finally been solved, perhaps it will slowly begin to fade. Oh, actually, there's still one last thing I need to do.
What is it?
I should pay a visit to my father's grave and tell him the truth of what happened, as well as how it all ended. And on top of that, just how much people still look up to him to this day. That includes me, too.
Miss Navia.
Indeed.
We want a good...
Sure thing.
And in that case, everyone...
Yeah.
Alright. Oh, we're actually going there? Okay.
This is where my father's grave is.
Huh? There's someone there already.
Hmm?
Isn't that Nervalette? Why would the Chief Justice be here? Huh? Navia?
It's him.
My apologies. I should have asked before coming to pay my respects.
Don't say that.
Sorry about that.
Oh, I was trying to say there's no need. I wanted to show my father how much I've grown. But still,
In that case, I will...
In any case.
Well, ever since that day, I've been turning a question over and over in my head. There was once a time when I didn't want to believe that there could be anything more important to Oh, rather than that, it's probably more truthful to say I didn't believe humans were capable of resisting the most
So he's not
basic
human.
instinct of living things. Which is also why I didn't stop your father from beginning that fateful duel. I believed that a truly innocent man would never throw away his life like that. But Mr. Callus proved me utterly. If not for his sacrifice, the serial disappearances case would have remained unsolved. Mr. Callus made the choice he did for his daughter, for his associates, and in the end, from a certain perspective, one could say that a justice that's higher than life itself. So, you asked me why I came here. I just wanted to say my apologies to Mr. Callus. This regret has filled me with a sadness. That high and mighty chair in the Opera Epiclese indeed insulates one from many important things. Spina di Rosula, thank you so much for your hard work and perseverance.
So, you're actually one of those types that's cold on the outside, but...
Sorry about that. Self-expression is not one of my strong...
Didn't I just say you don't need to apologize?
Ah, so Navia and Nerva... Let's not disturb...
Alright. So now they're on good terms now. Also, have I been to this place before?
Anyway, Nervalette is still standing.
Yeah, have I don't remember if we've been here before. Hey, Navia, how are you doing?
Paimon's really...
What are you saying, Paimon?
Well, aren't you not supposed to fly around someone's grave?
Huh?
Hey, Traveler! Why did you mess with Paimon again?
Hey, Screw you, Paimon. I wish I could grab her and just gigantic slam her. Like Broly. Alright. Yeah, have I been to this area before?
Oh, it's you two.
Like,
Did Miss
I
Navi
can't
invite you to
remember.
come pay your...
We ran into Navi on the streets today, so we just followed her here.
I see, I see.
Um,
Please feel free. Though outsiders, you helped us solve one of the greatest mysteries in Fontaine. And
Oh.
So, at court, the bad guys were...
Wait, so is this already... Are we already finished with this?
But, what is it really?
truthfully, that name is already quite accurate. I can
Okay.
only surmise that Vache and his ilk only learned...
Yeah, when we had something similar like this for Inazuma, we didn't really talk to the Raiden Shogun. We talked to Yaimiko for this. I think, yeah, we were, like, all the questions we were asking about a lot of stuff in Inazuma, we were pretty much talking to Yaimiko. And not the Raiden Shogun. And for Sumeru, it was all Nahida that we did.
But today, the primordial sea no longer exists on the planet's surface. What Vache discovered must have been some kind of special case. Indeed. Why would the To be frank, is there anything else you'd like?
Okay. But the prophecy that's been circulating around
That the
Fontaine.
sea levels will rise and everyone will be dissolved in water, leaving Farina crying alone on her throne, but the sins of the people will be finally washed away for good. Does that appropriately summarize the version you've heard?
That's right! It was Lenny that told us back then.
Yes, up to the present, I think we reached a point where we have no choice. Rumors have it that this prophecy is rooted in the last words the former Hydro Archon left to the world before she passed away.
A prophecy? Of the former Hydro Archon?
Uh-oh. The former Hydra. Oh, so there was someone before Fossilors.
Two parts of the prophecy have already proven correct. The rising sea levels and the ability of the people of Fontaine to be dissolved. Speaking of the prophecy, Farina has also always taken
Farina,
it quite
alright, it's
seriously.
Farina.
Indeed.
So there was
I've been
someone
collecting
before
information and
Farina
intelligence from
that was the
across
Hydra
Tibet. If the
Archon.
rumors were true, then perhaps this prophecy is the conundrum left to Farina by...
But with Farina being the way she is...
Is there anything else?
Alright. About Child. What
My
about
apologies.
Tartaglia?
My investigation has still not reached its conclusion. However, I still believe the judgment of the Oratrice was not rendered arbitrarily.
It's Dotori. Like, I'm gonna say this now. It's Dotori. Like, it's all him. Either it's him or it's some other Fatui Harbinger doing this.
As a divinely created mechanism.
But I feel like it is Dotori since, you know, he's the guy who does a lot of, like, not alchemists, but like, he does a lot of technology and stuff, at least, you know.
Such as self-awareness.
Actually, I don't know. I don't think it would be him.
Prepared for a situation like
I don't know. Still think it's him.
So when Lenny told us that he heard...
I was not aware such a thing had occurred. In any case, I am inclined to believe that the Oratrice does have a methodology all its own. Based on Farina's reaction, I doubt even she had any idea what was going on. While we do intend to get to the bottom of this, for now, we regret to say that the Fatui Harbinger will just have to bide his time in the fortress of Meripede. If we did incorrectly convict him of crimes he did not commit, we will most certainly compensate him to the fullest extent of...
If you ask Paimon, the only compensation he'll want is a no-holds-barred fight with you.
Yeah, exactly. That's what he wants. He just wants to fight.
Is there anything else?
Alright. My sibling.
Your sibling? Another blonde-haired traveler. I'm sorry, but I've never seen anyone who matches that description. If she ever stepped foot in Fontaine, I'm sure she followed our laws to the letter.
Yeah,
And had
but
no
she's
reason to
bad.
appear on
She's
the stage at the
evil.
Is there anything else?
Okay. I have no more questions.
Very well. It was my honor to provide you with what answers I could. I very much enjoyed conversing with you. It will soon be time for me to leave this blissful tranquility behind.
You really are super big.
So where is the prison?
Crime and villainy do not have
I need to find where the prison is.
Huh? Paimon just noticed that the rain has stopped.
Well, yeah, the thing, it ended. Oh, okay. That's a way to end it. Right, as light rain falls. Alright. Oh, there is another one. Another horizon in the adventure. Is it another whatchamacallit thing? Oh no, it's not. Okay, so alright. Alright, but I know what it is. I know what all that means. What that means is now we can do the commissions in Fontaine. We can also do the request and well, not the request yet, but we can do the bounties. Yeah, I think for the bounties and the requests, we have to get it right. We gotta raise it up. So, unfortunately, we gotta complete some world quests here in Fontaine. So, that's gonna suck. Alright. Dang, how long we've... This stream's been over 3 hours. That was long. Okay, Catherine. Perhaps. Taking a look. Alright. Got that done. So yeah, so now if we go here, yeah, now we can do quests in Fontaine. I already did the commissions today, so we're good. Do that. Yep, alright, well. Alright, go here. We'll do a run in the Spiral Opus. We'll also go try... Well, we're actually... We've been streaming this for quite a bit, for like 3 hours. We might just be done. Okay. Now we can do this. Also, a bit funny how the Steambird is, where we do all the requests, like the reputation stuff. I kind of get why, because like for Mondstadt over here, it's the coordinator of the Knights of Avonius. So yeah, and then for Lyre, the Ministry of Civil Affairs, the Secretary's Ministry of Civil Affairs. And then for Inazuma, it's the Yashiro Commission Staff. And then Sumeru, is it the Academia? The Academia Liaison I don't know. The Liaison Officer. Researcher Fending. Alright, yeah, so. Chief Editor of the Steambird. Oh, so Euphrisi is like the boss? I am. Okay, so for this, like, I wonder if it's different from Fontaine. Yeah, we gotta do world quests. Oh man. See the rewards. We can get this steak tartare. Tartare? What's this? Crystal. Oh yeah, this is the thing I saw. The crystal fly trap. Okay. I don't know what that's gonna do. Wind-powered wind generator. Okay. Don't know what that does. Oh. Genius Invocation TCG, even though I don't do it. I'll say this now, I've not done the Genius Invocation TCG in like a long time. Like it's been a bit. Okay. That's what we want. Fortunately, we gotta get to level 8. And then that for treasure. Oh, that looks cool. Okay. Oh, did we get a constellation upgrade for the Traveler? We did. Yeah, I already got one because I offered all the Hydroculises to the Statue of the Seven, so I did also level up his talents. So, yeah. Also, because this is, yeah, the movement speed of it is decreased by 30%, the duration's increased by 3, so instead of 4 seconds by default, it's 7 seconds, which is pretty good. Alright. Yeah, we'll upgrade this. And we'll upgrade that. And this. Why not? To make the Traveler more powerful. Alright. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Alright, I'm back. Alright, well, I guess before we end the stream, we'll do some of these, so we'll get this one done. The boss one we can do, that one's easy. But for now, let's go here. Well, actually, before we do the Spiral Abyss, go here. Yeah, we'll do Fontaines.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory? Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth, and those that come across Lior tend to stay a while, so it is where many things come to settle. Every journey has its final day.
Every
Don't rush.
journey has its final day. Don't rush.
I hope the weather's nice like this tomorrow as well.
Osmanthus wine tastes.
But yeah, look, Tartaglia is out. How funny, you know, it'd be funny if it's like, I can't play as Tartaglia during this time. That would be hilarious. But no, I guess they want to make it a bit fair and let people beat him because I don't know what to do without him. Oh, by the way, I did actually do this, and it's actually not that hard. You actually have to talk to this lady. If you have enough of the materials, you can actually I'll show you. If you have enough materials, you can actually buy the weapon blueprints. So like for these, so for this one, I can actually get. But yeah, I gotta get more of that stuff. Alright. Now we'll go here. I'm pretty sure if we do this, we're probably gonna get my battle pass leveled up by 2 or 3. I don't know. I don't know. Alright. So the enemies here have not changed, by the way, but I feel like after, like, in 10 days, that's gonna change. Alright, so... Alright, Zhao... Yoimiya... Yola... and Kokomi. Boom, 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 boom. probably don't need Venti. Like, I could just do this without him. But at the same time, you can never know. Perfect. See, now this is the thing I'm gonna say, like, the annoying thing is the enemies for the Spiral Abyss have more health than usual. Like, they have a lot of health. I wish they changed it where that doesn't happen. I don't know, but to be honest, like, why not? Like, keep it the way it is. Fine with it. I'm fine with it. You know what? Lament! Hmm. Oh. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Allow me. Yeah, look how much health I regenerate. Look at the health I regenerate. Yeah, yeah, huh. Like, even without two Hydro characters, I can still heal a lot.
Shine down. I see everything. Yahoo! Make yourselves a move. Everyone hold hands.
I can say this, Nahida is definitely going to be doing some damage. I will have order. And now you shall perish.
Illusion shattered.
Solidified.
Oops. Wrong character. Oh well. So yeah, I think for right now, this is gonna be the last stream for Genshin for now until we get news. Unless you guys really want to see me do this again, which I doubt that, of course.
Beg for mercy.
Ow! Oh, okay. I thought that dude's sword hit me. You know what? Freeze to the core! Huh. Oh, these guys are donezo. Oh, like I said, they're donezo. That did a lot of damage.
Shine down.
Alright.
Stabilize.
Hey. Yeah, share my knowledge.
Share my knowledge.
This
is order.
Think you can get away?
Think you can get away?
Play.
Solidify.
Inazuma shines eternal.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we're gonna do a lot of damage to him because we got his defense down. Quite a lot. Alright. Evil conquering! Ow. Oh. Kill him! Alright, got him. Boring! Yeah. That's how it's done. Okay. I don't know what that was all about. Alright.
Time for takeoff.
I'm gonna be in the middle. Okay, it is good.
Yahoo!
I will have order.
Alright. Oh, that one's not dead? You're not dead yet? Now you are. Alright, I'll probably do that, the other one, like, off screen, but for now, I think we're done with the spiral of this. For now. Alright. I'll do this. I'll do this. Because I almost got Tartaglia killed when we were trying to get to that place. Alright. Okay, well, I guess what we can do is we can try to get the boss thing done. So we'll go here. We'll do this to kind of kill some time. Alright.
Illusion shattered.
This is order.
This is order.
Stabilize.
Shine down.
Alright. Oh yeah, I got one of these. So I'll definitely try to get one of those opened. What I'll also do, where's... Yeah, for Layla, I got an artifact set on her, which is good. I could just make this one just whatever. Alright. Defense. Energy recharge. Alright. Alright, so Lyre, so we can do this one. Oh, by the way, for Nahida, I'll show you guys this now. For Nahida, I changed one of her artifacts. It's the one where It's the one where she gets like a dendro damage bonus for the base stat. I changed it for this. So here's what this is before. Here's her thing now. So yeah, so this one she's got better attack because I actually looked for this. I didn't notice, but this does the Tricon purification damage is it scaled, the damage of that scales on her attack and elemental mastery. So yeah, I changed that to attack, so now that should do a lot more damage. I'm not gonna put her in the team. I'm not gonna put her in the team yet, but I will do that off screen. Actually, no. Now that we're here, let's do that. Let's actually do that. Oh, look at that. I like that. That's cool. So Nahida, here she is.
I've been waiting for you for ages.
So now Nahida should be more stronger, more powerful with her skill. But yeah, it actually took me time to figure that out. Since I got her, I was like, oh, I should have done this. Yeah, this might hurt a little. Yeah. Dang, we did damage on that guy. Yeah, against like those dudes, it's like we don't have to worry. Now this one might have to, but we got Nahida. We got Nahida with us and Bennett.
Adventure time.
All right.
There is no escape.
Roll, roll, roll.
Let's light it up.
Oops, wrong character. So what's that? What will that do?
Shine down.
Huh. Huh. Yeah, took him out.
Adventure time.
Okay, let's go to the Cryo Regisvine now. Yeah, the Cryo and the Pyro Regisvine are kind of easy now. Maybe not the Electro one yet, because the Electro one I'm still trying to get used to. Because, you know, that one, it's Electro, right? I probably could have switched out Tartaglia for, you know, but we're not going to do that. We don't need her. If you know who I'm referring to, obviously.
Yeah, commit to memory.
Ow, I didn't dodge that.
Off we go.
I didn't dodge that either. Look at the, look at the damage. Look at that. I ain't been doing damage. Ow. Okay, let's go see. If they're made yet.
Adventure time.
No time to lose.
Alright. Oh, they're done. Alright. So now, this should level me up to 20. Oh yeah, 21. 21. Alright. This one. Guide to Paraxis. You know what I'm also gonna do? Can I send this? I can. Alright. Send that. Because I think we might get Mona. I might use Mona just so I can get back to using her. Because I know her burst is good. Her dash is pretty good. Her skill is also good too. It's like a thing similar to Amber's. So I will be getting back to using her. Don't worry. All right. Energy recharge. Also, I'm kind of thinking, should I give her this? The wine and song? I might give this to her because there's that, which with no attack decreases stamina consumption of sprints or alternative sprints. The alternative sprint ability increases attack, which that could be good. Kinda. Alright. What else can I, like, fully level up? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah! We gotta get that. Oh, yeah. That's what I wanted to do the other day. I wanted to get Ito's weapon ascended. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to get his weapon ascended to be stronger. Alright. Yeah. Now I know what I need to do. Or that I wanted to do. No, we need Mona. Actually, yeah, Mona's good for this. Alright. Okay, I didn't get the thing yet, where you spend a certain amount of Mora. Alright. Alright. Ooh, look at his attack. Oh, nice. Ah, okay, it didn't. Alright. Well, that's it for today's stream, I guess. Yeah, we got that story done, and, we find out who the person is behind the disappearance thing. Alright, well, tomorrow I'm going to be streaming Call of Duty Ghosts on Twitch. And then Thursday I'll stream Jensen Warner Reloaded here on Twitch. And then Saturday will be Jensen Skydrift on my YouTube channel for my ranked series. So be sure to stop by for those. And I'll see you guys next time.